Welcome to the Ben Mala Podcast. And today we're going to talk about real estate. Hey, to get a phone call on the show, guess what? All you got to do is get a fast pass. You know how you do that? benmala.com/shop. And now here's Ben Mala. Dun, 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 dun,
That's a lot better than the Pollock.
Hey, thank you.
Hey, here we are. Oh, before we start, let's see. We're still waiting for people to join in. Listen, go to benmala.com/shop, get a fast pass. It only costs a few bucks to the Pollock, and come on the screen and join us, okay? Be part of what we're doing. We're here. Join us. Don't just hide there and watch it and listen. Be part of it. Get in the game, baby.
Wait a minute. Do you have my Geritol? Where's that? Come on, please. Hey, what a busy week we had this week, man. I got to tell you all this stuff. This has been a great week. We went to, of course, look at some different places around the city, of course, but Ben bought a Batmobile. Can you believe that? Tomorrow he's getting ready to go to Bimini, and I'm going to be home alone.
That would make a good movie. You home alone with all that shit happening to you.
Oh, my God.
Well, you're home alone because you were invited, but Jimmy has what do they call engagements? He gets paid money to get on a plane and go here and say, hey, baby. Then he gets on another plane, goes here and goes, hey, baby. Then he gets on another plane.
I'm going to a big wrestling convention.
He's in demand, and people love him.
A wrestling convention this week.
They don't live with him.
It's going to, come on. It's going to be in Charlotte, and all the big superstars are going to be there from the past, present, and future, and that's where I'll be. So I wish I could go, though.
Anybody come meet you in Jersey when I told them to?
Did what?
Remember I told them on the last podcast, we told everybody, you're going to be in Jersey tomorrow.
Yes. No, we had a great crowd.
Did anybody come over there for the podcast?
Everywhere I go, I get on the plane, people go, God, I love you on the show. And I'm thinking about wrestling. They go, Ben Mala show. I'm, oh, well, thank you. Man, everywhere I go, a lot of people came out that watched the program, listen to the podcast, watch the show. They love Aaron and Carla and Ben and Big Ben, Little Ben, and
all right, what I'm about to discuss. I don't mean to cut you off.
No, go ahead. Cut me off. It's only an hour show tonight.
All right.
Special.
Listen, this has nothing to do with Jimmy Hart because he's very unpolitical. And he also, I know for a fact, he's going to get mad at me for saying this.
I don't vote, so do what you want.
Donald Trump likes him and considers him a friend. Okay.
Please.
And there's nothing wrong with that. It's great. I mean, hey. So this has nothing to do with Donald Trump, what I'm about to say, but I'm not saying nothing bad. I'm just going to tell you the news. In today's news, Supreme Court clears way for a House to get Trump's taxes. All right. Do you understand what's going on? Basically, the IRS has his tax returns, right?
Okay.
This is the part that I don't like, because this is where the politicians that never get off their ass to make any money and have a real tax return, okay, they want to see everything. Let's see everything he's got. What do you care? He worked his whole goddamn life before he became president, and now you're still screwing with the guy. I mean, give me a break. Listen, if your tax returns are with the IRS, it's their job. Not Congress, not a bunch of loony Democrats. It's their job to check your tax return. They're the only people you got to answer to. And if the IRS is not auditing him and dealing with him accordingly, it's none of your goddamn business. That's what the IRS is for. Okay? So all this bullshit, if somebody wanted me to turn my tax, none of your business. All right? The IRS ain't got a problem with it. I show them to the banks. If I'm borrowing money from you, then I'll show them to you. But all this bullshit about wanting to listen, why do we have the IRS for? Why do we have to give our tax return to somebody else? Makes no sense. So that shit kind of irritated me because it's not right. It's not fair. All right, what else in the news?
Well, let me explain this. What he said about the Donald Trump, the only reason I met him was because we did a wrestling show together with WWE many, many years ago. So just to clear that up.
Did you wrestle him?
And no, I saw the match.
Did he shave McMahon's head?
Yes, Vince McMahon lost his hair on that. It was a great match, but that was years and years and years ago. But I'm not very political correct because I've never voted in my life. Can you believe that?
He's just not political.
I'm just not. Whoever wins, we got to go with it. That's the way it is.
You're one of those people that just go with the flow, baby.
Floating.
With the flow.
Okay, we got some calls.
That's why you survived all these years.
I mean, a lot of people don't realize that, Trump being so rich and in real estate, there's taxpayers, there's tax deferrals. Like, people don't understand the type, I
paid very little taxes in a 30-year career in real estate.
Exactly.
Why? Because I follow the rules, and the accountant does it the way the rules say. It says if you buy a piece of property and you make a bunch of money on it, is that a crime? And you sell it, you can defer the taxes with a 1031. What's wrong with that? That's what the rules say. That's what
why-
you do. That's why our system is built the way it is. And that's why our capitalistic society, to encourage people to grow. Okay? So, all right, I didn't pay taxes, but I'm still in the game. I'm still pumping up things, making money.
Mhm.
That's what you want.
Yep.
Okay? And then as far as real estate goes, if you own a property and it makes you $1 million a year in income, rental income, or 100 grand or whatever, on your tax return, you depreciate that rental income. I think it's 41 years. You depreciate the price of the property you paid for it or its value. And then whatever that comes out to be per year, you get to deduct off your rental income. Okay? We didn't write the laws. These are the laws. 1031, defer your taxes when you sell, and what did I just say about your rental income? Depreciate your rental income. Simple. All right? It brings you down to not being a big taxpayer, but we're paying sales tax, we're paying transfer tax, we're buying title insurance, we're paying lawyers, we're paying all kinds of, the banks are making money off of us, and we're supplying businesses and property places for people to live.
Yeah.
So give me a break, all right? We
That's-
pay plenty of goddamn. My property taxes on this house are over $200,000 a year.
Yeah.
$200,000 a year for this one goddamn little house.
That's what the average person doesn't understand too.
Hey, and I told
That's
you
why-
not to buy this house, remember?
So give me a break. You know, I pay plenty of taxes. And if the IRS ain't got a problem with his goddamn tax return, then it's none of their business. You should have a right to have some privacy to your life. You know, give me right. You know, we have rights. The IRS looks at your tax return. They don't like it, they audit you. Big deal. I've been audited. I was audited once. And, you know, worked out okay. It was minor. Anyway,
Got some calls.
all right. What do we got?
We got super chats. So guys, whatever questions you want answered on air, we're doing super chat. So send in your super chat and we'll read them. So shout out Daniel Gray. Thank you for the first super chat of the night. What's up, Ben and the crew? Happy Thanksgiving.
Thank you very much.
What are you
Happy
doing?
Turkey
Thank
Day to you. I got gobble and gobble. Gobble, gobble.
What are you doing for Thanksgiving?
We're leaving tomorrow early. Make sure you pack tonight. We're going to Fort Lauderdale. We're going to go have turkey on a boat. Okay, we're going camping. That's our way of going camping. And this time we'll just cook a turkey. I mean, you know, she pulled off a Christmas dinner once on a boat. She can do a Thanksgiving dinner on a boat. And that's the story, Jerry. Plus, we got some real estate to look at. I got a couple of shopping centers I want to look at while I'm down there. I want to bid on. There's a new building that popped up today. It looks like a really nice office building, but I think it's all rented by one school. I want to go look at that. It's a nursing school. All right. I got a whole list of places I'm going to give you that you're going to drive me to like you did the weekend before. You know what he did the weekend before?
What?
We went down there. And as soon as we get there, you got to get the boat all ready. Okay. Then I hand him we went and looked at another boat. He drove us to Miami and back. And then I handed him about 4 or 5 places I wanted to drive all around the different cities to show us. All right. And then when we got back from all that driving, then I made him take the boat out and drive the boat all night. And he went he went like 18 hours with no sleep, driving boats, driving vans, driving cars. It's crazy.
But one
Yeah,
day,
that's
life.
what he got
That's
killed
the life.
for.
but one day he will be the heir to the throne.
Yeah, but
We'll see.
that air's starting to stink. Let me tell you. Him and his brothers.
Oh,
All right.
All right,
So,
All right. Shout out.
hey, and he has been getting really good grades from what I've been seeing. Now the report card's getting ready to come out before the Christmas break.
Everybody spam
That's gonna
Hellcat
show
in the
us.
chat.
He's
Hellcat
getting
in the
close to
chat.
that Hellcat, baby. But I want to see some hella grades.
I thought you bought in the Batmobile.
Yeah,
I'll
but it's
take
only
that.
2-seater. You can't give everybody a lift.
All right.
That's going to you.
Shout out
Nipple
Peyton
phone.
O'Brien. Thank you for the super chat. Ben, been going through a lot lately. Depressed and not really happy. Do you have any advice?
Yes.
Don't get married.
Stop being depressed. Let me tell you something. If I wasn't married, I'd probably really be depressed, you know, because you always got that one person there for you. You know, when times are rough, you got somebody to share in your misery. All right, listen, I'm depressed. You want to know about depression? I'll tell you about depression. Okay. The interest rate when I was having a party at like 2.5%, okay, and I could have fixed it at 3. Now I'm paying 5.5 or more. Okay, so I'm paying 3% more on a couple of $100 million bucks. That's $6 million a year. That's $500,000 a month. Don't tell me about depression. I live it every goddamn day. So, and besides that, the stock market sucked and I'm down there. We all get depressed. What am I going to do? You just got to wait it out and keep doing everything you can do to improve your life. stay busy doing positive things that'll help you grow in life. Don't waste your time on bullshit and waste your time around idiots. Focus on doing something that will improve your life. And there's only one way I know how to improve my life: with money, baby, making money.
Hey,
That makes me
so
happy because I got more money. I can worry about my bills.
You can really control your let's say depressed state, right?
Listen, sometimes
What do you
it's good
think?
to be depressed because it's a fucking human emotion. All right. So you want to be fucking depressed, be depressed for a little while, but it can't go on too long. All right. Because, you got to just get on with it and move forward and do what you got to do to figure out what makes you happy in life. Because you ain't going to be here for a very long time.
Hey, but thank God you didn't.
Some of us, very little.
But thank God you didn't buy into that Bitcoin we talked about.
Bitcoin. I don't know shit about Bitcoin, FTX, and the money's in fucking Nassau. Who the fuck is going to trust their money in Nassau?
Woo.
Give me a break. I spent a lot of time in Nassau. Great place to visit, but I ain't put my money there. Yeah, man. I will take your money. Come on. Bring it in. Don't worry. It's in good hands. Ah.
Hey, but
Anyway.
didn't we have a great time at the college this week, though?
Oh, yeah. USF.
USF.
Tampa, one of the hardest schools to get into, and a medical school, okay, it specializes in cancer, okay, they asked me to come there, all right? That was a true honor because I never even went one day to high school. So I come there to USF Tampa. They thought about 50, 60 kids would show up that registered for this special real estate seminar. 250 showed up. You were even there, Jimmy.
Well, it's packed. But you know what I liked about it? I wish I'd have gone to college now because I walk in, Ben invites me over there. I walk in, people are sleeping on the couches, the floor. They're chasing each other around, playing thump them in the whatever. I look around, they're fighting with these plastic swords.
They're
and I
having
thought,
a good time.
what did
They're
I
in
miss?
class.
I miss college.
You did. But it's never too late. That would be good. You go to college. But first, you got to graduate high school.
That's true, too.
Well, when you went to school, every grade was in the same room, right?
No, when I went to school, I spent 4 years in the 12th grade because I love school so much.
Yeah. All right. What else we got?
All right, shout
Anybody
out.
going to call in?
Yeah, I'm sure we'll get some callers. Shout out James Tompkins. Thank you for the super chat. So I'm trying to use my VA home loan and tips on how to do that. Oh, sorry. Any tips on how to do that? And where would you suggest to invest in Florida? Currently, I'm in Jacksonville.
I just told little Ben to drive past the property in Jacksonville. Jacksonville's got some areas, you can make some money still in that never blossomed. So, but listen, if you're in Jacksonville, Jacksonville has still areas that can go up. Okay. But if you're using a VA loan, try to get a fourplex or a triplex or a duplex. Buy something with that VA loan, no money down, baby. That's going to make you money. Or if you're currently paying rent, live somewhere for free. Because saving money is
A home run.
Making money.
Thank you. All right. So listen, go to a bank or go to somebody that does VA loans, get all your paperwork in order, start looking for a deal, get a real estate agent if you have to. The seller's paying their commission, they're working for you for free, and do it. But start in your area you're familiar with. Jacksonville, baby. There's a lot of growth in Jacksonville. They got a big port there. They got this there. They got that there. And there's still some areas that need some uplifting. Get in them. What else?
All right. Shout out Simon. Thank you for the super sticker. Shout out Jeff. Thank you for the super chat. How's the 1031 search going?
Anyway, we're about halfway there. All right, we had to replace 91 million.
So, yeah, halfway. So you're at what, 45?
Me and Ben are tying up a shopping center. It's going to close at 45 million, 46 to 91, leaves 45. I bought $1 million, what do you call it? Oil changers over in Tampa. I showed it to you. We drove past the other day.
Was it Jeff
Triple
Lou?
net. I ain't got to do shit. It's $1 million. Maybe I'll give it to you for Christmas if you play your cards right. And give
I
him an
would
oil
love that.
change.
I would
Hey, what'd
love
you get
that.
for Christmas? I got an oil change. This is my
I
dad.
would love
Had a
that.
6.5 cap. Hey. Anyway, so I don't know. I'm still out from 91 to 46 to 45, 44 million. I got to get my ass out there and if you're looking for some good shit, man. I need some good shit, man. You got some good shit, Jimmy? I need some good stuff, man.
Hey, this past weekend when you went up to Orlando.
I'm like a 1031 junkie right now. I'm like a drug addict. Give me a deal. Hey, man, give me a deal.
Did you find anything in Orlando this week when you left Sunday to go up there?
Orlando. That's how I spent my Sunday. This is my life. You talk about depression? Sunday was kind of rainy. Ain't shit to do. Screw that. Sitting around this goddamn dump all day. I said, Carla, come on, I want to go take a ride. There's a bunch of places I want to look at Orlando. So she took me. She took me to Orlando. She took me to another town near it. We went to about 5 different stops. I took her out to dinner at P.F. Chang's for a date night. That counts as a date night. I made her drive 250 miles at least or more. The kids supposedly stayed home and studied, and that's how I spent my Sunday. But I didn't really see nothing that I like. I look at a big shopping center I'm still negotiating on. I looked at a triple net department store that I don't know if they're going to renew their lease in a few years. I looked at an apartment building. I looked at a hotel. I didn't see nothing that just made me say, that's the deal for me. So I got to keep looking, searching for that number one deal, baby. I need number one deal.
Next.
Yeah. All right. Shout out Dan Blumick. Thank you for the super chat. Hey, Ben, I'm 21 years old and work a full-time job. What are some tips and advice you would give to someone my age who wants to start doing real estate with no experience? How much money should I have to start?
You need to get qualified for how much money you can borrow. All right. That determines what you can do. All right. What you got to work with. You need to go to a bank. You need to apply for an FHA loan, or if you don't qualify, I don't know, whatever. Try to get a loan, all right? This is why you'll know what the money you got to work with is so that you can work with it. But until you find that out, that's the magic question. What are you worth, 21-year-old working full-time? Do you have tax returns? Can you apply for an FHA loan? It's only 3.5% down. You only need $3,500 for every $100,000. What else do you need to know? And if you're smart, try to buy more than one unit. Buy 2 or 3 or 4. All right, that's the story. Do it now. Go online, apply for an FHA loan tonight. Go to Quicken or Wicken or whoever the hell you want to go to and apply for a loan. Everybody does them. Go to your bank. Go online and do it.
All right, we have a caller. Oh,
we don't have a caller. Come on, somebody get in there and get a fast pass and let's see.
Yeah, we got a caller.
We got somebody.
Hey Ben, what's up, man?
How are you?
Hey, do you remember me? I came to your event this last time around.
Of course I remember you. Yeah, who the hell is it?
So hey, I wanted to tell you guys. You guys
thanks
did
a lot of. Which event did you go to? Did you go to Fort Lauderdale? Or did you go to Tampa?
I was in Tampa.
You were in the Tampa one, the last one we just did, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. Did you stay at the hotel?
No, I live in town.
God damn it. Oh, all right. Well, at least you paid to get in, right?
Yeah, my office is right
well,
down
my
the
hotel
street.
appreciates it because we need the revenue. My interest rates are goddamn double right now. But thanks for coming to the event. How was it? Did you like it? Did you think it was worth your time?
Nah, you guys are boring as fuck.
Well, then why'd you come? At least, well, it's better than sitting home with yourself, I guess. I don't want to go there.
Probably. No, I'm just fucking with you guys. No, it was a good event. I mean, a lot of the info to a seasoned investor is a little bit, like we're all sitting there like, okay, I think we know this, but I think if you guys did a little bit more networking, that'd be a lot bigger because, I mean, obviously the goal is for us to all make money and to get to know each other and make deals happen, right?
I'm not doing this for money. Does he know that? All right. Anyway, I hear what you're saying. I do the best I can. We go in there. It's from A to Z. It's not for smart, intelligent guys like you that have been around the block, and it gets boring. So I don't know what to tell you. Get on the phone. You got a real problem and go to consult with Ben. What are you up to? Where do you live? In South Tampa, right?
No, I'm actually in West Chase right now.
West Chase. I just lost a fucking deal in West Chase. My son's pissed over it. We were going to buy that guy. The first, I forgot what was it called. The first one was there. Right. That shop strip center was an outdoor strip center we were going to buy with stores on both sides and offices on the second floor in West Chase.
Yeah.
Anyway, I was going to buy that, but the owner chickened out after I told him. You know the one I'm talking about? It's a strip center with a bunch of little stores, like a little community. No. It's where the first bar opened up. What was it called? Beers, a World of Beers.
World of Beers.
You know what a World of Beers is? You don't get out much, do you?
No, I know what you're talking about. You're talking like right down the street by
I was going to buy the whole block of all those stores and shops with the empty offices. I go in there, I tell the guy, and we do all our homework, tell the guy everything we want to do, and then he fucking says, well, fuck it, I'll just do it myself. All right, so what's up? What can we do for you?
All right, awesome. So listen, you guys, I'm having an event soon, and I wanted to tell you about it because it's a benefit to everybody who's watching your show that's a real estate agent. So a lot of the times...
Agents only?
So look, a lot of times when guys are calling up to your show, they ask you how they can make money without having anything, right?
Yes.
So look, if you're a real estate agent, a lot of agents don't know this, but you can do dual agency in Florida. It's just something where you have to have a disclosure. Now, look, guys, I'm having an event. It's going to be 100% online. It's December 14th on Facebook.
He's pushing his boring event to agents.
It's not boring. Listen, you want to make money. You guys want to make money or not?
Are you an agent or
talk
not?
about it.
Tell the truth.
Look,
Are you a real estate agent? Do you have a license in the state of Florida to practice real
I'm a
estate?
CMO at a mortgage company. I have a real estate license.
He wants to loan you money, right? You want to loan people money. Is that how you make your living off commission?
So look, yes, of course I do. I have title.
I bet to try to help some people.
That's what we're trying to do.
Now you're
Listen,
trying to tell real estate agents what the hell to do, and you're a friggin' mortgage broker. What are you doing? Are you crazy or what?
Ben,
Everybody knows in the world you can double end a real estate deal and represent both sides and keep the whole goddamn commission. Everybody knows that. Every real estate agent knows that. What do you got to say that's so brilliant that you're going to help real estate agents? Tell us.
So off the bat, I have lead companies that I own too, and I manage them myself. A lot of people out there need to target buyers, and I'm the person who can help you target the right audience that you guys are looking for. I know for sure Ben's not going to fucking target anybody for you guys.
I'm not targeting you, but you, baby. I wish I had a target with your face on it. I would just
look,
you were the face of that target. All right. Anyway,
if you guys are trying to learn a thing or two.
When's your event?
Look, man, you want to talk about boring? I sat through your whole fucking event for $250. I spent $250 on your boring ass event. So look, you can come to mine for free. It's free.
He's giving you a plug. When's your event?
When's your event?
My event's right here. Hold up.
Oh, no. There it is. All right. Go to what website? Go to I'm a mortgage broker trying to tell real estate agents what to do seminar. What is your website? Well, where do they got to go?
So my website's calculatedleads.com. If you guys are looking to get buyers and you want to close deals, I'll help you do that. Now, also, if you guys are trying to check out this program,
you're telling other people how much to make money. How much you got? What you got sitting over there in Truist Bank?
In Truist Bank. So when I was younger, man, like I was doing a lot of dumb investments with restaurants. So right now I'm back on the come up.
I have back to restaurants
multiple times. Actually,
like a guy that would work at a restaurant more than a guy in real estate. Okay, I'll be honest. You need a little hat you put on, and you're back there flipping those burgers, baby, cooking up a storm. That's where I see you at, man. Do it.
Hey, what day is your event?
Jimmy's coming.
So the event's on December 14th. It's at 5 o'clock. It's on Facebook Live. Home mortgage.
Too cheap to rent a hall. All right. Well, good luck to you. I wish you the best. And seriously, Denny's is hiring right now. I seen the sign. I was there the other night.
Oh my God. You're probably fucking eating there after your show. What the hell are you talking about, man?
All right. Peace out.
We love you.
I'm sorry. I got to say something. He sounds like
I'm glad we didn't buy West Chase.
Single girl in my Tampa high school. I'm sorry.
What do you mean?
It's the accent. Everybody knows in the chat what I'm talking about.
Everybody in the chat knows what he's talking about.
Rafal, you don't know you're Polish. Okay, let's go.
Anyway, good luck to him. I don't know what he's doing. He's a mortgage broker, but then he wants real estate agents. Why? Because they're going to bring their clients to him to make. How's he making money? Whenever people want to approach me with shit, let's get down to the goddamn point. How are you making money on this opportunity or this deal you're telling me? That's what I want to know first. How are you making money? Why are you? People ain't spending their time except me. I'm the only dumb idiot spends his time for a few bucks and don't even pay his tuition. But people they're making money on something. Don't believe everybody, but investigate. You never know. Sometimes it could work out for you, because a lot of times what happens is they have information, but they ain't smart enough to put their own information to work, so they just tell other people about it. That's what they do. They write courses, they write books, blah, 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 blah. Do what the hell you do it yourself, So anything else?
They can sit at home and listen to it. December the 14th.
There you go. Make sure you be there. Set Jimmy's room up to watch it. And Jimmy, you should become a real estate agent. You can represent. Imagine when you're celebrity level. Holy shit, you make a killing. All the celebrities would love coming to you. All the big shots would come to you. Jimmy, I need a house. All right, baby, come on down. Let's see if we get you. You look up on a computer. You find some other schmuck to do it for you, and they look it up. All right, show them these houses. This is what they're looking for. All you need is an agent to work for you. You'd make a killing as a real estate agent. A real estate agent to the celebrities. All right.
That's actually smart.
I'm going to open up Jimmy Hart real estate office.
All right, Quontes.
We're wasting our time with fucking bars. We need to get you in a real estate office.
All right, shout out Quontes Maduro. Thank you for the super chat. Need a realtor in Colorado Springs. I'm your guy. There you go. Colorado Springs. You ever been there?
He might be the guy. No, I know a guy that listen, I went to Aspen.
That's not him.
What?
That's not him.
We met a real estate agent there. Nice kid. He tried to sell me some $10 million house. I said, it's not for me.
What's his name? Jason.
But we went out to dinner with his mother. We had a good time. He showed us around. He showed us where to go snowmobiling. We made good
Oh
friends.
yeah, that was fun.
But, Colorado's fine, but I don't know it very well. All right.
All right. Let's see. Shout out Daniel. Great. Thank you for the super chat as well. Ben, when are you going to invite the top G on the
Top
pod?
G. We're not on his level.
see.
He's top G. We're
We'll
top
see.
B. We ain't made it up to G yet. So I don't know. Listen, if somebody wants to meet me, I do, but I ain't got time to run after
You
people.
got to contact us.
We're here
We'll
doing
see.
this for you. You want me to start getting guests and all this stuff and devote my life to this shit? It ain't gonna happen. I got a goddamn $45 million portfolio. I gotta hurry up and close. And I ain't got time. So I'm here. If you want to send some guests over here, send them on over. Everybody knows where I live.
Yep.
Every goddamn word in the world knows where I
No,
live.
make sure you contact Rafal first.
Just don't
Contact
send him this
Rafal.
weekend. He's gone.
I'm gonna be here this weekend. Meet me in Fort Lauderdale. I'll be on my boat. Can you do a podcast in the top foot of my boat, or we need good
Yeah, we
internet
could.
from Vincent's house,
We could
right?
do it.
Yeah, we should have done a podcast over Thanksgiving and run a boat.
You guys can at Ben Mala
What?
under their channels and stuff. If you guys
All
would
right,
like
what
to
else
get
we
their
got? We ain't got a
attention.
lot of time tonight.
All right, shout out Johnny. Thank you for the super chat. Hey, I fixed appliances, fridges, ovens, etc., making $350K a year
Damn.
with about $100K saved. I'm 25 years old. Should I just continue to save for the next year or jump in real estate? It's expensive where I'm from.
Save.
All right. Well, I don't know where you're from, but you better do this is right now. Everybody that's listening, I'm just telling you what I think you should do. Get your hands on every goddamn dollar you can.
I mean, yeah.
Because next year, I think you're going to see some deals. I'm already starting to see it trickle down. Cap rates are moving up. Everybody was, I'll take a 4. I want a 4 cap for my Starbucks. Well, now they're at 5. And I see some going 5.5. And all the cap rates are coming up in the good shit. So that means the other shit's going to really start coming down. And, you need to get your cash ready because a lot of people's loans, eventually the loans have to come due. Somebody out there, a percentage of people in the billions or more have loans out there that are coming due in 2023. And they're not going to be able to match the loan amount maybe because the price of real estate's down and the interest rate's up and they're not going to qualify for the same loan that they got now. So I believe we're going to start seeing a bunch of shit hit the fan next year. Stack up on as much cash as you can so you can be ready to make some moves. Line yourself up with financing and keep fixing those goddamn appliances. Because if you're making $350,000 a year, then you better keep doing it. Why you're only saving 100 of it, I don't know. You must have got a lot of girlfriends.
Maybe he only has 100K saved right now. He's
But
starting to make
keep saving your
350.
money, and start looking for deals within your range of the money you got. Go find out what you can borrow. The key to real estate is having the loan money to do it. And the down payment, but the loan's harder to get than the down payment sometimes.
But that's great though. 25. All right. Shout out Ezio. Thank you for the super chat. Does Aaron plan to go to college? Short answer, yes.
Yes, I want to see him to go to college.
Which one?
Let me
Eric?
tell you something. I've been talking to some New York guys. These are all the guys. These are young guys. They're in their mid-20s. They all went to college. And let me tell you something. These guys that work for all those big shot companies in New York, they know this shit. Okay? They talk to me like, holy shit, man, this guy knows his shit. I mean, I can keep up with them, but they go into fucking detail. They learn all about projections. They learn this. They learn that. They cross every dot. They dot every I and cross every T. So I know they're all college prep that way in business. And it helps them a lot in this business. So
Which college you looking at?
Wharton
Aaron?
Business School, same one Trump went to.
I mean, yeah. Honestly, if I can't get in a school like Wharton or any other major like Sanford, any other major business college, then I would just have to go to a college in Florida. I mean, it makes
You
sense
get
to be
decent
closer to
grades.
the company.
You only need decent grades. You got good grades and
Realistically,
a good SAT score. All you need is some money, baby, and we'll get you in the right school. Just give me the grades and a high SAT score to work with. That's all I need from you, and I'll take care of the other half.
I mean, realistically, after I go to college for business, I'm going to jump right into the business. So it doesn't really make sense for me to go out of state unless I'm going to some really great college.
But Ben, it's a double-edged sword. Look what you've done with your life, and you didn't go to high school or college.
listen, they're not going to
True.
go through what I went through.
Times
Now
have
they got to
changed.
take advantage of starting off on a different level. All right. Well, my hope is that his brother's going to get old eventually. He's going to have to know the real estate business. That's a fact. And I want him to understand wealth management. All right. Because, yeah, it's nice to make money, but then what the hell are you doing with it? And you got to be smart, and you got to invest it here in the right place. And you got to worry about your credit lines. And it's all this money management that you have to do. And that's where I want him to be educated. Okay. And maybe make some money in the stock market. He's a gambler. But, money management will make you money if you know how to manage it, especially if you have it to manage. All right. What else?
All right. Here's a good one. Wait,
And if anything
I
happens
just
to
saw-
Jimmy, you got to take care of him.
Here's a
Please.
good one.
If
Shout
I
out.
go before Jimmy does, you got to take care of Jimmy. You swear to
Of
do that.
course.
You promise to do
Thank
that.
Yes,
you.
I
Thank
promise.
you.
All right. It's
Thank
on
you.
video now.
All right, here's a good question. Super chat. Shout out Spoiled Jams. Thank you for the super chat. Question for Aaron. What is the cap rate for a duplex netting $250K a year if the purchase price is $4 million? All right, this is easy. All right. You take the net operating income, which is that $250K a year, right? Put that in your calculator, $250,000, and you divide it by the purchase price, which is $4 million.
Damn.
That gives you a 6.25 cap rate.
Chip off the old block.
I mean, he does it.
That's
I
it.
tell him all the time, look up cap rates for me. I mean, but that's a good question. I hope
But
everybody
that's
else
a simple
understands
thing that everybody
so
else should
basically,
know.
what you do is you take the NOI, but it has to be the true NOI. All right, net in your pocket money, and you divide it by the purchase price, and that gets you the cap rate. Now
Everybody
you
should
learn
know how to
something,
do
Jimmy.
that.
It's
Everybody.
hot in here. Normally, is
There's
it hot in
there's
here?
also another question for Jimmy. What does
that question for
ARM
Jimmy?
stand for?
Oh, ARM, Jimmy. What's it stand for? Must have something to do with wrestling, I would think.
ARM.
ARM.
I don't know. There's no W in
Maybe
there for
what does
wrestling.
it spell?
Oh, I know what arm. Oh, he means in real estate. He means in finance. He means in loans. What's an arm? He wants to know what you want to know what arm. Arm. He don't know what arm is. You want me to tell you what arm is?
Please.
An adjusted rate mortgage. We're at kindergarten
Adjustable.
for real estate
Yes,
today.
Andrew.
Whoa.
I was just
All
going
right,
to say
adjust-
that.
Basically, it's an adjustable rate mortgage. It means you borrow money from the bank, and it fluctuates with the market.
That's why it's called adjustable. It
Tied to a
adjusts.
market, tied to a rate that goes up and down. Like me, Schmucko didn't fix the rate. The opposite of an arm is a fixed rate because it's fixed at the price that you negotiate at the time of borrowing the money for the entire duration of the loan or whatever you negotiate. So you got arm and you got fixed.
I thought he was talking about a wrestling company.
I think that's what he's talking about. All right, what else we got? But thanks for the questions. It
Yeah,
was,
thank you,
fun,
thank
a lot
you.
of fun. We're on Real Estate Jeopardy.
All right, shout out Luca. Thank you for the super chat. I'm looking to get into my first multifamily deal in the 20 to 40 unit range, but I'm still struggling to make competitive offers. Am I underwriting poorly, or is the
Minnesota.
market
I
just
think.
crazy?
Listen, you want to buy something, you got to come to terms with a price the seller wants to sell. All right. I don't know what you're asking for, but if you got long ass due diligence and I don't know, you got to underwrite it accordingly. It's all logical. It's all numbers. You underwrite something based on the facts. How much money's coming in, how much money's going out, and what are you left with? That's the facts. All right. That's your underwriting in a nutshell. But everything in the middle, you got to figure out. All right. Figure out what the hell the NOI is. Figure out at what price you got to buy it to make it worth your while that you want to buy it. Determine what work the place may need. Determine what upside it may have. These are all things you have to factor in. It's not that easy. If it was, everybody be friggin' millionaire real estate. You got to do your homework. You got to, put in the time. And now I don't know what your underwriting is, but if it's normal standards, you just got to get in there with low due diligence time, give them a short deal, show them some hard money you want to get that deal, or get with the listed agent, rub him around. All right.
And then
Anyway,
if you also need
it's
help with
competitive.
if you need help with underwriting too, you can go to. Don't we have an underwriting?
That's the due
Sheet.
diligence. That's the things you check. Your brother's
That's
list
what
a
you
mile
should
long.
check.
Yeah, I mean, but call me at benmal.com/shop. Get me
Yep.
on consult, and let's find out why you're missing deals. But get me on the phone with a real deal that you want to buy, and let's talk about the numbers, and let's underwrite it over
Yep.
the phone, and let's talk about what your offer could be and what terms are going to be in that offer. These are all things that we can discuss for that specific property with a 15-minute phone call. All right, next.
And then if you guys have any other questions for me or anything like that, you want to contact me, go to follow. You could follow my Instagram and DM me at Aaron_Malalife. So you also got that there. All right. Shout out Christian Temming. Thank you for the super chat. Hey Ben, all the best from Germany. Love your content. Is there a problem in real estate you wish a software tool would exist to solve it?
No, I mean, I can't think of none right now. I mean, basically, I don't know. It's one thing. I get emails from all these different places and all these different companies. If there was one way that my emails could alone track everything in Florida, number one, and keep that, as priority in my inbox. Everything that is a retail property, maybe, if it could sort my emails for me, that would save me a lot of friggin' time. Cap rate, because they tell you all the stuff in the email.
And a lot of them are too, also land leases and stuff like that.
Okay. Danke schön. Was ist los? Auf Wiedersehen.
They just had an NFL game in
Oh,
Germany.
yeah. I heard about that. Tom Brady was there.
He also
my
had,
son was there.
He looks German,
yeah.
Tom Brady.
My
He's not
son
Swedish.
works for the Bucks, so he was there. It was great.
Oh,
The
your son
audience
was
was
there.
tremendous.
Son works for the Bucks.
Yeah.
Very good. Very good. All right. What else we got? Any callers?
Yeah, we actually did.
Put them on. Put them on. Bring them in. Bring them in. Come on.
Today,
You want to fight with me?
here we go.
Yo, Ben.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
All right, I got a question for you.
Where?
I'm from
From
Pennsylvania.
jail?
Yeah, I'm from jail. I'm in South
Look like you're in jail right now. Sitting there with one little light on.
I'm in my
He's in
car.
the
I'm
car.
outside the gym.
You're in the car outside your gym.
Yes,
You're not sleeping in your car, are you?
No, sir.
Oh, because a lot of people go to the gym, they sleep in their car, and then they use the gym to go wash up and hang out. And then people say, I'm picking on them. I'm not picking on them. You can't sleep in my parking lot outside the gym because people like you that are going to the gym don't want to see a fucking RV place with cars in the parking lot on their way to the gym.
Dude, that brings up my point. All right, so I'm from Pennsylvania, and I'm moving to Florida for 2 to 3 months for a business trip. And I needed a hotel to stay at.
What part of Florida? What part of Florida?
Fort Lauderdale.
All right, baby. We got a 2-room, 500 square foot suite in the luxurious Sheridan Suites on Cypress Creek. All you got to do is get a hold of us, Rafal at benmal.com, and we'll set you up with a sweet deal.
Sorry,
What up?
it cut out for a second.
Oh, my God. I got to say that all over again. Sheridan Suites, Cypress Creek, 2-room suite. All right. In a luxurious hotel with meeting space and restaurant and bar and everything you want, baby.
I called them. They told me it was like $3,500.
How much? Breaking up.
I'm not trying to pay $3,500. I was
All right.
thinking
Well,
you
then
could
you
hook me up
you're
for cheaper
smart.
than that.
You went to me. Now I'm going to set you up with a special Ben Mallet deal because I'm the
Hold up,
owner.
hold up.
All right. So
Hold up.
anyway,
They
you know
said-
how to get a hold of this guy? I don't care what they said. I'm the goddamn owner, and Vincent will do what I tell him to do. No, if Vincent knows about it, he'll set you up. We got a way to get a hold of this guy. All right, I swear, I promise you, I'm gonna be with Vincent tomorrow. We're gonna contact you tomorrow. When you coming?
Damn, I'm breaking up like crazy. I'm gonna call back. Yeah.
All right, we gotta get a hold of him. Let's get a hold of him. I'm gonna rent him a room for 3 months. I'm gonna make him an offer he can't refuse.
I like it. I like it.
Hell yeah, I'll put an extra fridge in there. I'll put a special cooking thing in there. Whatever he wants. Those things are 1-bedroom apartments. You know, he's got a living room. He's got a bedroom. He's got a great lobby to hang out in, a swimming
beautiful
pool,
hotel, beautiful
a gym.
hotel.
He likes to go to the gym. We got a brand new gym in a hotel.
It's a beautiful place.
All right, what else we got? Anybody need a room in Tampa, Clearwater, or Fort Lauderdale? I need those rooms filled. Go to benmal.com. I will personally respond to everybody inquiring about a room or meeting space in Tampa, Florida, Fort Lauderdale, we got no meeting space in Clearwater. We got plenty of rooms right across deep in the beach, baby. And it has a new putting green in it. We need revenue. Come on down. Get a hold of me and I'll get you a special deal.
All right. Shout out Gav Salzman. Thank you for the super chat. Hi, Ben. You don't talk about your Jewishness much. I would love to know more about your Jewish history. Did you practice anything?
Everybody's always practicing. How come they never get good? You know, they got to practice no more. Anyway, listen, I'm not very religious. I know about being a Jew because I grew up in New York. My family were poor Jews. I was around the Jews. But, I play that Jew card every time I can if it helps me. But, I'm not religious, I put cheese on my burger, baby. I got in trouble once. I was around a bunch of Jewish kids, and I said when I was very, very young, 6 years old, they said, "What'd you eat for dinner last night?" I said, "A cheeseburger." Everybody went, ooh, not kosher, not kosher. He didn't eat kosher.
Damn.
Crazy. Anyway, I don't think God really cares about what you eat. Oh, God, I'm going to eat this. If you eat it. Who cares? You've got more important things to worry about than when you eat. Talk about somebody worried about what they eat. This guy eats like a cuckoo, but he's damn healthy, so I can't knock him.
I hope.
This is Mr. Chips and Salsa. This guy can live off chips and salsa.
I love chips and salsa.
And he's not easy to take out to dinner, let me tell you.
But I'm cheap.
You're cheap. He's a cheap date, baby. Give him a cheese sandwich, some chips and salsa, and he's happy.
Don't forget, this is our 1 hour special tonight because these guys have got to get packed and go to Bimini.
We may not make it to Bimini because the captain's saying that the water may be too rough. And last time, Lonnie really got sick, and I'm not going through that shit again. So they can't handle a rough ride. I'm not going to rough water because I don't feel like being around a bunch of sick people.
That boat it's the rough. It's going to be really windy.
Anyways, we might just cruise down the Intercoastal, go to Miami, go hang out at Bayside, let her get a Latin out of her, and hang out there, maybe South Beach, and enjoy the weekend. Hopefully the weather will be nice.
You'll see the parrot man again.
I'll go see the parrot guy again.
All right. Trading, thank you for the super chat. Do you have any properties in Las Vegas?
Viva Las Vegas. No. Look at the face on this guy.
You got married in Vegas.
Listen, I got married there, and I had two places to choose from, either Vegas or Tampa area. All right? Those are the only two places I found in the whole country back in 2003. I went to Vegas. I went and got in a limo, and I said, here's 10 properties. Drive me to all of them. And I did. The limo guy took me around 10 different properties. Yeah, numbers looked okay, but it wasn't my kind of town because I'm just getting ready to get married to a young lady, and I didn't want to raise a family in Las Vegas. But I probably would have done well there. I would have made money, but my kids probably all end up being gamblers and alcoholics and who knows what. So anyway, I'm glad I picked Florida. But no, I'm not in Vegas, but there's money to make in Vegas. Why? Because people are always coming in and people are going out, and there's always shit happening, and the money's flowing, whether you're into tourism, whether you're there for the people that work there and live there. There's money in Vegas, baby. You can't deny that.
Yep.
Vincent wanted me to buy a casino hotel once that the Chinese built, and they couldn't open it or some crap. It was not that big, but I can't do that. I ain't got the balls to do that. They'll chew me up and spit me out in Vegas. If you ain't got the experience of a town like that, you better stay the hell out of it. Are we done? What else you got?
All right, shout out Jeff. Thank you for the super chat. What do you think of the Fort Myers market after the hurricane? Will it be a strong market long term? Looking in Florida for opportunities.
Fort Myers, hurricanes come, hurricanes go. They rebuild shit. Everything's back to normal. That's the way it is. Right now, you probably get in there and buy some deals and wait around for a year for things to get booming again. But, you can't beat Fort Myers. I mean, a lot of stuff didn't get hit. Only the stuff really by the water. You were there with me, weren't you?
Yes, it was crazy.
I mean, yeah, it's a mess, but they're cleaning it up. They're going to rebuild it. So if you get out there and find some deals right now, find a deal. Because maybe somebody wants to say, hey, you know what? I don't feel like fixing this goddamn place up. I've been here 20 years. I'm moving on with my life. Give me that insurance money and adios. And they sell you what's left cheap. That I've done it before. Take the insurance money, sell off the land and whatever's left of it to somebody cheap. And then that person comes in, they fix it up, and they got an asset where they can spend the next 20 goddamn years.
But it seems like it'd be if you bought a building in there, it'd be hard to get insurance again down there.
Listen, you're going to get insurance. Well, number one, insurance, hurricanes only come once a year. So, the insurance company, it looks at it as a risk. All right. It's a risk. Yes, it's a risk. Every year for about 2 months, they got to worry about are they going to have any hurricanes. But the other 10 months of the year, they're making money. It must work for them because they keep fucking insuring everything in Florida, and you got to have insurance. What are you going to do?
No risk.
Unless
no
you don't have a
reward.
loan and you don't have insurance. All right, what else?
All right. Shout out. Oh, Cirque. Thank you for the $5. Hey, Ben, I know a guy with 600 plus single family properties doing Section 8. How do you feel about getting into single family using seller financing?
Listen, if you can buy a house and the seller wants to finance it and the terms are good, then do it. Don't matter how you borrow the money as long as the terms are good, the interest rate and all the other crap that goes along with it. Listen, 600 family plus houses everywhere, that's a lot to manage because they're not all in one place. So you got 600 roofs, you got 600 yards, you got 600 of every goddamn thing. And you got, so you're bouncing around, you got people here, people there, maintenance guys here, people showing houses here. It's a lot, I'd rather have it all condensed in one space. But anything that can make your money, do it. And if you rent the Section 8, your money's guaranteed. So there you go. Do it. Gary, Indiana. I heard you can still buy houses there for 10 grand. Go buy a house, fix it up, rent it out, Section 8. Done. All right, just bring a gun.
How many people would you have to run a property like that? Since it's so hard to get help.
600 houses? I don't know. Depends on the neighborhood, how rough the tenants are. If it's all Section 8, most of you still got to collect some money. I mean, it's going to be a management, let me tell you, because you don't have typically in my business, if I got 100 units in one location, one maintenance guy, one manager can handle it. 200, 2 people in, 2 people out. Okay. That's the way you run shit. If you got 600 houses spread out, people got to travel around the house to house and shit. I don't know.
Yeah, this is different than units too. It's not like one building. Or at least multiple buildings in one place. It's houses and
it's crazy. And, every house is different.
At one point,
it's got different roofs. It's got different this and that.
At one point, you had 1,000 units, right, in Texas? But that was all in one place.
One block.
Yeah, one street.
I bought 1,000 apartments on one block, 10 100 unit buildings in Pasadena, Stinkadena, Texas. Damn. All right. Why? I was stupid, but I ended up making a few bucks and got the hell out. But the guy after me waited it out. And he made a lot of money.
All right. Screwy Louie. Thank you for the super chat. Ben replaced Jimmy with the $1 million broker. He isn't adding. Broker was the real deal. Gave a lot of value.
Get a hold of the broker and hire him. Jimmy's here because he's a friend of mine and he's a big celebrity.
Wait,
and you don't know him, and I do.
Wait, he said, "I love Jimmy." By the way.
Oh yeah, well you're not showing
I love
it.
you, baby.
Listen, we're not just here in real estate. We should be happy that Jimmy's even here. Blessing us with his presence.
I'm trying to learn about.
He's learning
estate.
real estate.
I'm
I'm
learning.
trying to help him with his retirement. If you must know.
Thank you.
So mind your own business.
Jimmy's making.
And get a hold of John
man.
Burpee and call him. But I'll get John back.
He's going everywhere. I've seen him.
Jimmy's everywhere, international. Did you just turn down going to Egypt or somewhere?
Scotland. I just got a call the other day about.
He wouldn't go to Scotland because he didn't want to wear the kilt.
There you go. You're right on that.
Like Rodney the Piper.
I like it. No, you know what? Every weekend I go out and do my wrestling shows and have a lot of fun doing that. And by the way, when this show's over at 8:00 tonight, because we only have an hour show, don't forget to watch NXT on USA Raw. It's unbelievable.
I thought they got in trouble with Bitcoin this week.
No, they didn't get in trouble with Bitcoin.
NXT?
No, NXT. It's a wrestling show. It's on USA Network.
I thought it was that NXT. That
no, that's FX.
Oh, FX. I knew it was some XT. All right, what else we got?
All right, let's see. Shout out Jay. I have an empty upstairs unit with no storefront. You enter from the rear, and it used to be a gym before COVID. It's been empty since. Any advice on finding a tenant?
Listen, it depends what the demand is. It sounds like residential always seems to work no matter where it's at. Somebody always needs a place to live, even if you got to offer $100 less a month than the guy next door or whatever, But put up a sign, get an agent that specializes in leasing the property out. What is it? Is empty downstairs? I have an empty upstairs unit with a storefront. You enter from the rear. Well, nobody's going to have a retail shop like that. And it's upstairs, so nobody wants that.
Construction.
Maybe, I don't know if it's decent enough. It used to be a gym. I don't know. Maybe you can get a professional to go up there, an accountant, a doctor or some kind, somebody that needs a professional business.
Could you make the upstairs
an office? I don't know. or you could build it out to be residential. That's what I'm going to
thinking.
do. I got a property down here in St. Petersburg. It's second floor in the retail center. The tenant's talking about leaving upstairs. So I'm going to do what I did at John's Pass. I'm going to make it residential and take that big space and maybe chop it into 4 apartments. Then I know I'm creating value, because I know it's really easy to keep apartments rented in that area, and the value will go from that 2,000 square foot space, which is probably worth, I don't know, but it'll probably double in value if I turn it into apartments that are worth about at least 150 a pop, grand each. That's 600 grand. It may cost me 100 grand to build them out, or 200 grand. I still made 400 grand. But then I gave up the commercial space, which is probably worth about 3, I don't know, whatever. It's going to work. I know it's going to work.
Still making money.
Sounds
People
like a
always need a
winner.
place to live. Figure out what the demand is and fill it with the demand.
Wait, so you tripled your money technically?
Where?
You went from 100 to 300.
In what?
What you just said.
No, I have a tenant living, a tenant that has a business on a second story.
Yeah.
Okay. And they're talking about leaving. I think it's a couple thousand square feet. Well, if they leave, it's going to be hard to fill that space. Nobody wants to be upstairs, really. Even doctors and all these people, nobody wants to be upstairs. So, it's not that easy to fill. Maybe in that area could be, I'll test the water. But I think I'm just going to chop it up and put 4 one-bedroom apartments in it. And there you go. And I'll rent those out real easily because it's a real hip town and it's a really cool part
What
of
would
town.
something like
That
that
makes
rent
sense.
for?
I think I get at least 1,500 or more for the apartments.
Is that
So I'll
like
get
gas
6.
and
I'll
water?
get 6. I'll get $6,000 a month.
Is that like gas and water included?
6,000.
No, just
bucks.
asking.
That's
I
72
don't
grand
know.
a year.
I don't think so. We charge for all that. Wouldn't you? You pay it.
No,
Why
it's
can't you
great. I
receive
was just
it?
asking.
Utilities, we normally try to have some sort of bill back system at any type of rental, whether it's commercial or residential. The tenant should pay you back for the utilities. Or in the hotels, we can't do that. If like rent long term in a hotel, we just include everything. So you're right. But it's not going to be a hotel, it's going to be apartments.
Oh, there you go.
And the city said we could do it. So if the city said we could do it, we can do it.
I like
What
it.
else?
All right. Shout out Jeff. Thank you again for the super chat. How much longer will interest rates go up?
You tell me that. I'd like to freaking know. I don't know. They're talking about raising them again. Okay. But I don't think they really know what the hell they're doing. They're playing it by ear, but they claim they're going to raise them again. All right. So I think one more raise and that's it. I can't see it going past another raise because now it's going to put them in a zone where it's going to really hurt things from being sold and bought and all that with loans and things. So I see that. I know for a fact they're supposed to raise it one more time. So hold on to your seat, baby. We're going for another ride up in the interest rates. Blast off. Goddamn Democrats.
But the stock market was up today.
Very little. Compared to what it's down, forget about it. There are companies like Facebook's and all this shit. They're down like 50, 60% compared to where they were a year ago. So I don't know. Inflation is inflation. All I know is times were good and now times are bad. That's the world I live in. And now we got to wait for the times to be good again by a bunch of idiots that probably don't know what the hell they're doing.
Did you see today? We might have a rail strike coming up.
A
too.
rail strike. Why? Do you take the train?
Rail.
No, I'm not taking the train, but a lot of our goods come in by the by the
Ooh,
rail.
they're
That's
coming by the
true.
train. We'll
So
use trucks
That's
then.
true.
So
We'll put them on trucks.
it could
And
be
why
hot.
is diesel still $5 a gallon when everything else is $3 a gallon? That makes no sense. Why? Because of shipping. They're making money off the shippers. All right. And who ends up paying for that? You do, baby. You do, the consumer.
I'm cutting.
What
back.
else? You
Let's
get a lot of
see.
packages delivered here. What is all that
No,
crap?
I don't. That's not even for me. I don't know what the hell he's getting.
Oh, shit. If he gets mail here, he has legal status here. I may have to evict him.
I
then.
have no mail coming here. No mail.
All right. Shout out Angela. Thank you for the super chat. Ben, what kind of gel do you use for your hair? It looks
Gel.
good.
Oh my
I
god!
don't use gel. I use some kind of spritz. It's like hairspray, but not aerosol. And it's like a spritz bottle. And that's what I use. Jimmy, what do you use?
Freeze and shine.
Freeze
Paul
and
Mitchell.
shine.
But
Freeze and shine.
I didn't do it tonight. Today I was
I'm
out all
natural.
day in the rain, so tonight was our.
I'm glad the
our Army had.
Batmobile didn't shoot
The-
that flame out,
The
catch your hair on fire.
Batmobile was great, man. It's got the guns
Jimmy
on
took
there.
the
It's got-
Batmobile out today, fooling around with it.
Unbelievable.
All right, what else? No gel for me.
All right,
Gel's too
shout
gooey
out
and greasy.
Shout out Corey.
It's all over your
Jones.
hands and shit.
Thank you for the super chat. Zach McLean, thank you also for the super chat. Jimmy would easily clear $750 a year working 25 hours a week as a real estate
You
agent.
hear that?
Oh, hire me now, please. No,
You
I've
can
got to
do
really learn a lot. I've got so much.
You ain't gotta learn shit. You hire
Every-
a goddamn agent doing all the work.
Every week I come in here, I realize
Just put your
what I
name on
really
it.
don't
the
know about
face,
real
do the
estate.
face. Jimmy Hart's
But you'll meet the
Oh,
client,
something.
which will make it very special.
Jimmy Hart's luxury property.
There you go.
Oh.
Luxury for less.
Oh.
All right, what else?
All right. Shout out Corey Jones. Thank you again for the super chat. Have you heard about Ocala, Florida? Do you recommend buying there?
Oh, I love Ocala.
Ocala.
My friend lives. Tim Toomey's got a big tool
Ooh.
place there. I go down there a lot, and do autographs.
What kind of
for him.
place?
They have Toomey Tools.
Toomey Tool.
Yeah, it's a tool company, but he goes around and buys all these places that are going out of business. They have all. You can get everything there, from toilet paper to cold drinks to
Where in Ocala?
Ocala, Florida. It's unbelievable.
You get cold drinks and Ocala and toilet
it is
paper.
great.
Wow, it sounds like a major destination to me.
and
I know
lawnmower
Ocala like the back of my
and
goddamn.
lawnmowers
elbow.
and everything. They've got it all
Ocala
there.
is a great town. It's good to invest in if you go to the right place. A lot of horse country there. There's a
Beautiful.
lot of money, old money there, horse money. They got retail there. They got apartments there. We missed out on some good deals in Ocala. Prices aren't that cheap, but maybe you can find something. But Ocala has never, I don't know if to have a bad rep anywhere. Where you going, Jimmy? Leaving? So Ocala. It's in the middle of Florida. What else?
All right.
What the hell's Jimmy doing?
I don't know.
It's
Shout out
starting to get
David.
weird.
Thank you for the super
I'm
chat.
going to take him
Ben,
to the doctor.
how much and how can I do a consult with Happy?
Happy,
I have some
Happy, Happy.
questions about hotels that I don't think you can answer.
Well, how dare you? Everything Happy knows. I don't know. You're right. Go to benmal.com and send him your
Consult with-
information, a consult, or do a consult with Happy, and I'll get him to do it. All right. So yeah, if you seriously need Happy on the phone,
we should
we'll
add
set it
all of our
up.
consults on there.
I'll find out when he's available. He works about 20 hours a
We
day.
should do a consult with Ben, Little Ben, Vincent, Aaron, Happy.
What makes you think
and Ruffles.
that anybody has
Would
a
wanna talk
problem?
to
They
me?
want to consult with you.
I mean,
Who the hell are you?
I got one
The
question.
heir to
for
the
you.
throne.
Hey, I
There's
know
the
a
heir.
lot. You know, I'm really trying.
I'm just
trying
kidding.
To
He's
soak
doing
it up.
great.
Trying to soak everything
Maybe
up.
there's a teenager out there that doesn't know
Pause.
how to cope with a very difficult father. And difficult mother too, boy. Let me
I
tell you.
wish other
you
people.
don't wanna
I
play
wish-
with her.
Never mind.
He
Shout out
handles it
Paul,
well.
Shout out Paul Macaluso. Thank you for the $5.
Macaluso.
Ben, I'm buying my first motel, 42 keys. I have experience being a multifamily operator. Any advice for me to avoid mistakes with my first motel?
Have fun, because let me tell you something. A motel and multifamily have nothing to do with each other. All right? Because you're buying a business, baby. You're a businessman now. You ain't sitting back being a landlord like the rest of us smart guys. Well, I used to be. Now I own hotels, but I don't run them. Let me tell you, you're buying a business. You're out of real estate. Hotels are not real estate. All right? You better get on it. You better know everything you can about it. I don't know if you got a franchise that small. You probably don't. But you better be able to fill those goddamn rooms at the right rates, because you're going to have some bills that are going to come in and kick your butt. You got the front desk. You got the housekeeping. You got all the washing and folding and all that bullshit and all the chemicals and the machinery that's going to break down. And you got people complaining all the time. And the furniture needs to be maintained. And every day you got people in and out. So imagine the wear and tear you got on those goddamn rooms and all the bathrooms and all that shit. So get ready. But I hope you make a lot of money doing it. You got to know something. You better hire somebody that knows their shit, so they'll be there to run that shit and help you. And then you'll learn, because it's not real estate. It's a business. And I want to learn to mind my business, because a hotel,
You have.
a hotel. All right. You take a 200-unit building, you need 4 people. 2 people in the office and 2 people to run the outside maintenance. Okay. If you got a 200-room hotel, you need 100 people, maybe.
Damn.
All right. If you got a restaurant and a bar and all that. If you don't have a restaurant and bar, you probably need, for 200 rooms, you're probably going to need at least 70
Dude.
housekeepers. This guy, that guy. It's crazy.
Big
24-hour
payroll.
front desk. Then whatever. Anyway,
It's a
it's
big
a
payroll.
business. It's not real estate. So you better know the business before you get into it. And you better have the demand wherever you're at, to fill those rooms. What else?
All right. Let's see. Shout out Maddie. Thank you for the
Maddie!
$5.
Matty Fat Stacks.
You need great grades for Wharton and Stanford. Get him tutors, Ben. Do you do the education path like a broke person? What?
You're right. Get him a tutor and do it like a
I'm good. My grades are actually really good right now. I gotta
do
get.
the education like a broke person. I don't know, broke, but either way, yeah, I want him to get the good grades so he can get into the school. You're right. So what are you in 10th? Oh shit, 10th's
10th
almost
grade.
over. You only got half a 10th, 11th, and 12th. But you gotta have like A's to get in that school.
I have A's. What do you
Mostly,
mean?
not Spanish. Not Spanish.
Spanish is grammar.
His mother speaks Spanish.
I can talk Spanish really well in person.
Yeah.
Writing and grammar is
We'll
a whole
find
different
out.
thing.
I'm taking you to
telling you.
Miami. All right, what else?
Love Miami. Oh, we got a caller.
We have a caller.
No way.
No way, Jose.
No way, Jose.
What's up, Jose?
Ben Mala, I just want to say, shalom alaikum.
What do you say?
You're Jewish, no?
Aleph, Beis, Gimel, Dalet, Hey, Vuf.
Okay, let's go. I got some questions for you, Ben.
Baruch atah, I don't know anymore.
Listen, Ben. Listen. My girlfriend, I'm from Amsterdam. I live in Amsterdam.
We know
Okay?
what he's
I live
doing.
in the Netherlands. My girlfriend, she's from San Antonio. She wants me to move to San Antonio. I have some real estate properties here in the Netherlands, and I'm doing pretty well. I have a new apartment right here. I'm sitting here.
Very nice. Amsterdam.
Amsterdam.
I mean,
You know
where
it.
do you want to live your life? Where do you want to make the money, baby?
In
gotta
the
go-
U.S., man. I want to
Well,
go to the
your
U.S.
ass, where you going? Texas?
Yeah, Texas. Yeah, San
What do you do for a
Antonio.
living in Amsterdam? You roll joints in the bar?
No, I don't. But just like you, I like a little
Yeah.
cigarette.
In Amsterdam, I think everything's legal there, all the drugs. Anyway, what do you do
That's
for a
true.
living? What do you do for a living?
I'm a software consultant, but I invest in real estate also. But I do
In
have some
Amsterdam?
questions for you.
In
Sorry?
Amsterdam, you invest in real estate?
Around Amsterdam, yeah. Amsterdam
That's
is way
not
too
easy.
expensive. Amsterdam is way too
Well, I
expensive.
don't know what to tell you. You know, you're making a big move. If you want to give up what you got in Amsterdam for pays, if you can take your job with you, I don't know. But you got to do whatever is going to make you the most money. All right? That's what you got to do.
That's
Everything
what I
else
gotta
has
do.
to take the back seat. Where's your future? In Amsterdam or in Texas? Where's opportunity? Maybe
I don't
visit
know.
Texas. Go to Texas and pay a visit and see what you think you get cooking over there. Is your job going to let you keep your job?
Yeah, I can keep my job. Yeah,
Yeah, because his
absolutely.
job's in India, but he's
Yeah.
in Amsterdam. Yeah, that's great. Anyway, listen, go. Have you ever been to Texas before?
Oh, I have been. I've been living there
All
for
right,
like
well.
2-3 months, and it's a crazy place. It's like super different than from
Well,
the Netherlands.
You know,
You know
you
what I
might
mean?
not like all that European bullshit you guys have over there that's so refined. You know, we
Yeah.
sit and drink coffee and, in coffee shops and ride our bicycles in Amsterdam.
And a little Chardonnay.
There you go, Chardonnay.
A
All right,
Chardonnay.
well, good luck to you.
Hey,
And
I
go
have a
see what's
question.
cooking.
I have
What?
some questions. I have some
What?
questions.
Get him out. What you doing?
I just want to say, like, Jimmy, you're a cool guy. I really like you. Ben,
I
I'm
love
a big
it.
fan of yours, man. Really. I have some questions, Ben. I'm a real guy. I have some
I
questions.
wish you would have called before you got drunk. What do you got?
Okay, yeah, I drank a little, but so I'm moving to the US, and I know how the loan business is in the Netherlands, but how is the loan business in the US? I will probably not have like a credit score, so how would I get like a loan?
I mean, they'll loan to non-U.S. citizens. It's all about how much risk is involved. If you show the bank that you're not a risk, they'll loan you money. They loan to non-citizens. You fill out a piece of paper. I'm a non-citizen. No big deal. They got any Netherlands banks here in the U.S.?
I think there's like some banks.
I don't know. Maybe they'll help you, but you got to just listen. Finding the money is not the biggest problem. Finding the deal is the biggest problem. You find the deal, you can always borrow money because the people are looking at the deal you're buying. You can always go to a B lender, a C lender, money lender, a short period of time. It's all about finding the deal. That's what it's all about. Showing them that whatever they loan you money on, they could possibly make money if you go belly up, and that and they feel safe. That the deal you're buying, their money's protected in the deal you're buying. That's what it's all about. I
But
mean,
where do I go? Where do I go?
Beyonce, do it. She can team up with you and put her name on a dotted line. Let her, borrow with her.
But where do I go? Like, do you think a bank will approve a loan to me?
I don't know. You got to try. If you got, find out. I'm sure it's very easy to find out. You call the bank and ask them, hey, I'm from the Netherlands, but you got some sort of tax returns from the Netherlands, right?
I do. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm sure, they're not going to let you get away without paying taxes. So, show them who you are, show them what you got, show them what money you're making. Maybe if you open up an account in their bank and you keep your money there, then they'll feel safe because they see your money coming into their bank.
Yeah.
All right. That's how you get in. You join their family.
Yeah.
You
But
know?
let's say I have like a couple of million here in the Netherlands invested in real estate. I was living actually in New York for a while in Manhattan in Murray Hill. I don't know, you probably know it because you're from Queens. I went to a bank. I won't name them, but they didn't really take me serious. So
Listen, what are you worth? You're nothing but a piece of paper. All right, you're a financial statement. Your name, your address, what you got liquid, what real estate holdings you have, how much you owe against your assets, and what's your bottom line. What's your name again?
My name is Derek.
Derek. What is Derek worth? What does that bottom line on his financial statement say? That's all you got to show a bank. They don't care about you, the way you hat backwards, you're an alcoholic. They don't care. All they care about is what Derek is worth. And, and then what property does he want them to invest their money into? That's what the banks are looking at.
Okay. So they will be very specific.
Got no credit report system in the Netherlands?
They have a.
I'm sure you got some sort of credit reporting system in Amsterdam in the
No,
Netherlands.
we don't. We actually don't really have the same system as in the U.S.
Yeah, but how do you know somebody's good for the money? They don't check your credit when you go out and buy yourself some new wooden shoes or something?
No, so we have a very different system in the Netherlands as in the U.S. The U.S. is very based like on a credit system, like a loaning system. Like
you owe money. You owe money.
I do owe money to the bank.
Who do you owe it to?
Yeah, just
you
to the bank.
Bank, right?
Yeah, but it's a very closed, like privacy-wise, the banks are very close. Like with this kind of, I don't know if I can smoke like.
You can smoke. I don't care. I'll smoke you. Shit. I smoke. You can smoke.
Yeah, right. Can I drink?
Yeah, you do whatever you want. You don't do nothing improper. All right. So anyway, the point is this. I know your banking system is different over there. I've been to Switzerland. It's probably the same shit.
Yeah.
All right. Listen, all you got to do is if you come to the U.S. or go online right now and start applying for a loan and see what it says.
Yeah.
Fill out all the questions. Go to a simple one like Quicken or somebody like that online.
Quicken, okay.
I mean, go to a software. All banks let you apply for loans online. They love it because it's easier for them to look at you and then get your financial statement. How much do you own right now? You got a couple of $1 million worth of real estate in where is he at? Amsterdam.
Netherlands.
Amsterdam.
Yeah.
All right, you got a couple of $1 million worth of real estate. Tell the truth. How much you owe on them? How much you owe?
1.6.
She got 400 grand. Is it cash flowing?
It's flowing pretty well right now. Like
how much is it worth today?
How much is it worth today? It was worth like I bought it for like the last couple of years. It went really fast here in the Netherlands. Like almost everything went up like 30%. But I think right now I'm at 1.6, something like that. Yeah.
The value? I don't understand. That's what you owe or what? What's the story?
No, what I owe is like 8 grand. Yeah, 800 grand. Yeah.
This guy's got stories. First it's 2 million, then he owes this, and he owes that. All right, listen. Figure out how much you're worth. Sell it maybe if you plan on leaving Amsterdam. I don't know what your tax ramifications are, or just keep the assets and show your equity on a financial statement and just let the bank look at who you are. Put yourself down on a pice of paper.
Yeah, so
financial statement.
Hey, hold on.
So in the US,
BenMal.com/shop for someone with Ben. Hey, it was good meeting you. Thanks for calling. Where are you at?
Thank you, man. I love you, man.
Where are you at? Texas or Amsterdam?
I'm Amsterdam right now.
All right. Well, I don't know how to say goodbye in Amsterdam. How do you say goodbye in Amsterdam?
Hey,
Okay, come quick, man. Love you, man.
If you go to
quick.
Texas,
Come quick this way. Jimmy, love you, man.
I love you. Listen, if you go to Texas, get a Whataburger. It's a great restaurant. Listen, my Uber driver's here. It's a little past 8 o'clock, past my bedtime.
Go watch
I want to wish everybody out there a very happy Thanksgiving. You got to do your homework, Aaron, and you got to catch a plane, big boy, tomorrow. So good luck. I love you. Bye. Thank you, everybody.
That was very nice, Jimmy.
Thank you.
The Thanksgiving show with Jimmy Hart, starring Jimmy Hart. All right, what else we got? Are we out of here or what? You got any more super chats? Read them.
Let's read. Let's read.
What?
Very quickly. Let's read.
All right, read them.
All right.
Let's do it. Adios,
All right,
Jimmy.
I'll
I'll
read 'em
see you
quickly.
later, alligator.
All right, Bart, thank you for the $5. How the market feels in Florida.
Uh-oh, here comes my warden.
All right, how the market feels in Florida. Coming down yet? Do you think it will go down a lot next year?
I
we
think
really don't know.
everything's coming down everywhere because
The interest rate going up.
thank you. All right. It has to come down. It's logical. The same person that was qualifying for that $500,000 don't qualify anymore. Why? Because they got to pay double interest rate. Simple. You got to sit back after the new year, watch and see, and get in there and start lowballing because it ain't going to crash right away.
Yeah.
It's going to go down slowly, but you can speed up the process by lowballing, baby. I lowballed a guy today. Today he wanted like 4.2. I offered him 3.2.
Hmm.
And after going back and forth a couple of times, I actually believe I get it at 3.3.
You got to play the game.
Play the game, baby. You know,
Doesn't hurt.
interest rates are up. You got to pay less. Simple as that.
Don't be scared to lowball them either.
Ain't gonna hurt.
It's not gonna hurt. Come on.
You got any
All right.
callers?
Shout out Angela. Thank you. Ben, does Jimmy do any wrestling tricks on you?
Wrestling trick. Jimmy don't touch me, and I don't touch him. You know, I know Jimmy was. You know, he did a little wrestling when he was young. You know, more entertainment, but he's not a real wrestler. I mean, he was the manager of a lot of different wrestlers, and he was the entertainment, and he was the manager, and he controlled a lot of these guys, and you know, and that's what he did. But he wasn't really. He did wrestle that famous comedian. What's his name from Taxi? If you look it up online, you should
I don't
Google
know.
Jimmy Hart. He had a really funny career. You know, all those years
All right.
with all these celebrities. What else?
All right. Wrong one.
Put it this way.
Familia
If Donald
Santos.
Trump's going walking down the street and Jimmy Hart's walking down the street, Donald Trump's going to stop and say, "Hey, Jimmy, how are you? I love you." Blah 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 blah. I've seen it. So there you go.
All right, Familia Santos, thank you for the super chat. Hey Ben, my business makes over $600K a year. Should I start flipping houses with my business or with my personal name? Adios, amigo.
Adios, amigo. He's making $600K a year. The Familia Santos. We don't want to know where that 600 a year comes from. Familia Santos. The Familia.
All right.
All right. So basically, listen, you're making that kind of dough. I hope you're stashing a
That's-
bunch away. Okay. But, you know, flipping houses, it's all about what's the opportunity. And listen, when I buy any type of real estate, I buy it, it's its own business. If I buy some house over here, I typically will take the address and make that the LLC in the name of that business.
Yep.
So if I buy 123 Mockingbird Lane, I'm going to call it 123 Mockingbird Lane LLC. Then it's easy to identify the goddamn property when I look at a list of properties. Oh shit, that's the house on Mockingbird Lane because I named it that. But every house is its own business. That's how I look at
Own
everything.
LLC.
And if you can find flipping houses, find houses that you can flip, then do it. All right. Opportunity is opportunity. Wherever you know and feel comfortable that you can make money, do it. But if you're gonna flip houses, I don't know. I'd do it under a separate LLC. It kind of puts it in its own boat and protects you in some manner
It
fashion.
protects- Yeah.
If you ever get
protects you.
sued, they can't come after you personally
Mhm.
and sue you. They can only sue the LLC. All right, that's what I would do. Unless you commit gross fraud. Then they could probably come after you and break the veil. They'll break the veil. I always wondered, what is that, the veil coming down and you break the veil?
All right, shout out Pet Magic. Hey Ben, I'm looking to move to Florida to pursue a career in real estate. I studied real estate in college. Is it worth the move? I'm 21 from Ireland.
From Ireland. It's a little bit Irish in all of us. All right. Well, you know, if you're coming to Florida looking for your pot of gold, then, I mean, you got to have a plan. You're going to come here and become a real estate agent. What are you going to do? You're going to go into property management. You're going to sell real estate. You got to have a plan. But if your name has anything to do with real estate, there's big money, baby, in pet suites, places that you can develop, and people will leave their pets there for a night or two. They're pet hotels, and they're charging the same goddamn rates as like a Motel 6 or something like that. It's crazy. People are paying. Vincent did it. He pays like $60 a night. They get a bowl of water. They may have a little yard for him to go out and play in. They put him in his little room there with a blanket, $60 a night. Maybe pet suites. I don't know, but you got to have a plan. All right. So come on down and give it what you got.
All right, shout out Michael Sarone. Thank you for the super chat. Far Rockaway in the house.
Far Rockaway
Mott
in the
Ave.
house, Mott Avenue. Mott Avenue. I know Mott Avenue. We used to go over there all the time, but be careful. It's right near the Red Fern Projects, and man, they were dangerous. Far Rockaway. You know why they called it Far Rockaway? Because it's all the people they wanted to stay far
You got one
away.
You got one story,
and
one
it's
crazy
full of
story.
rocks on the beach, the jetties.
You got like one specific thing you remember, like
Mott Avenue, yeah. Mott
From-
Avenue, I'll be up and down Mott Avenue all the time. My mother used to take my sister and me up the stairs to a Chinese restaurant. And we always, on a Friday night, that was a big deal. And it's before my sister was a vegetarian. And we'd sit there and and you order by number. We want number 4. Number 4. Don't try to tell them what it is. Don't tell them nothing. Just say number 4 or else you ain't getting the right food. And number 4 was spare rib, fried rice, egg roll, $2.99. That's what we used to do on a Friday night. It was better than my father. My father on a Friday night take you out for a friggin' cheeseburger, and you had to bring your own goddamn cheese because it was too cheap to spend 5 cents extra. Imagine getting in the car, everybody's got their friggin' slice of cheese to go to the burger joint, and then you order the burger plain, and you put your own fucking cheese on. The fucking cheese don't melt, and it's like a real. Oh my God, is he a cheapskate? All right, what
all
else?
right. Shout out Nick Dizzle. Thank you for the super sticker. Maddie Fat Stacks, thank you again for the super chat for the Polish Defense
Thank
Fund.
you, Polish Defense Fund, Rapal.
Thank you very much.
All right, today
That's
he
funny.
didn't come. You know, what kind of Polish guy rides around? He ain't got no sausage in his car. He could have had a friggin' sausage in his
Pause.
car, and we could have cooked it over the back of the Batmobile today when it shot the fire
I
out.
was not prepared.
You know, how can you go right? Man, I tell you, I never heard of such a thing. Polish person without a sausage in the car.
Pause.
Keep a bag of
Oh.
sausages everywhere you go. We're Polish.
All right. Shout out Terrence Macias. Thank you for $4. Ben Jr. and Aaron should sell Excel templates.
What is that,
could.
Aaron? Do you know Excel templates?
It's like you create an Excel
I tell you
template
one
and
thing,
sell it.
Excel, Ben, he's a fucking master at Excel.
Yeah.
I mean, he'll put together a freaking Excel sheet and show me all kinds of shit. And Excel is very important. My accountant sent me an Excel sheet the other day, and in the columns of the sheet, it shows the property I own, how much I paid for it, how much I owe, and what is left, in equity. And the most important column, you plug in the number, it plugs in the number, what my tax would be if I had to recapture the depreciation of all the 1031 time. Anyway, Excel is very important. Very good. Who makes Excel? What company is that?
Microsoft.
Oh, I'm buying me some Microsoft tomorrow. Well, tomorrow I can't. Stock market's closed. Right?
Yeah,
No,
you
it's open
can.
tomorrow.
Today's Tuesday.
It's open tomorrow, right?
Yeah, it's Wednesday.
I'm buying some Microsoft tomorrow.
All right, there you go. Shout out Yushiro. Thank you for the super chat. What is the best thing to do at 18 to get started in real estate? One thing.
Get a license.
Real estate
18
license.
is all you got to be to get your real estate license. It's one course and one test, and
In
you
Florida.
can do it. All right, believe me, you can do it. I've seen around here in these neighborhoods, everywhere you go, you meet real estate agents. If they can do it, you can do it. All right, and 18 is the magic number, baby. So get on there, go online if you have to. Take the class, knock it out, take the test, and get your license. It's a license to make money. All right, it's a license to make money. Everybody in your life that you meet is a potential customer. They're either going to be buying something one day or selling something one day, or maybe you can help them and talk them into buying. All right, but get the license. It's a license to make money and get around other people are making money with their license. So then you make money.
All right, shout
Or
out.
join the army like I did.
Shout out Anthony. Thank you for the super chat. Happy Thanksgiving, guys.
Happy
Appreciate it.
Thanksgiving. Thank you
We'll
very
see.
much.
All right.
Gobble, gobble, gobble.
Daniel Gray, thank you for the super chat. Ben, I purchased properties in 2021 that made 16 grand per month. In 2023, they'll go up to 27 grand per month. Should I pull out at high rates or get a line of credit? And will I need 2 years of returns?
I mean, listen, you only borrow money, all right, when interest rates are low, which they're not, or when you know for sure that no matter what you're paying for that damn interest rate, you're going to make big money with that money you're using from the bank, all right? I, back in the day, used to borrow money at 10%. I didn't care because that little 10% interest rate that I was paying, maybe on 50 grand or 100 grand, was nothing to the money I was going to make after refinancing and fixing the place up and selling it and refinancing and all that shit. So, if you get a line of credit, it's better because the line of credit's sitting there and you have access to it when you need it. So you're not paying interest on it if you're not using it. But yeah, I would think you need a couple of years tax returns. Typically that's what you have to show. I have to show it. And that's what you should do. Get the line of credit. And when the deal pops up, then you borrow the money. But if you borrow it now and it's sitting around doing nothing, then you got to worry about reinvesting it and something's going to pay the interest money until you use it. And you're better off just line yourself up with the line of credit.
All right. Let's see. Shout out Boston Bitcoin Company.
Boston Bitcoin Company.
Low rate loans get called by bank when rates go up.
It depends. They can't really call it. I mean, you have debt ratios that you have to continuously meet. Okay, so you could get in trouble, but you can tell them, hey, listen, it's not my fault rates went up. As long as I'm making my payment, typically they're going to leave you the hell alone until things get better, or you might have to buy down some of your loan. But until your loan expires, you don't have to pay it off. You can make a deal. Make a deal. Not my fault rates went up so much. And now, you guys owe me the money. You took the same damn risk I took. So it's best to just play nice, make a deal, either buy down your mortgage a little if you have the money to do it, or just tell them, listen, I'm making my payment. Here, I'll tell you what. Here's an extra payment you keep in reserve on hand in case anything happens. They may ask for 2. I don't know. You can play that card. It's all negotiating. When things go wrong, it's best to try to negotiate a plan that works for you and them. So everybody comes out smelling like a rose.
All right, shout out Dan Blumick. I currently finance a brand new car that was $38,000. Would it be smart to sell it and drive something with no payment to invest my money into real estate instead?
I mean, retail credit doesn't help you really, because it ties up your credit ability. It's showing that you got this big bill to pay every month on the car, and you got full coverage insurance and this and that. And I mean, if you can afford it, fine. But, honestly, if you don't own no goddamn real estate and you ain't making enough money where, by having a car payment is even an issue in your life, then you shouldn't have a car payment. All right. I mean, honestly, if the car payment is affecting your ability to grow and make money, you shouldn't have it. You don't deserve it. I'm sorry. It's not your time yet, So, and the less debt you have and more credit you have. Okay. So, I mean, if you don't need a $38,000 car, you can buy something cheap and drive around with no payment. I'd probably do that until you really can afford a car payment without having to sweat it. So, but the money you save every month, I don't know. You got to stack your dollars and try to get a loan.
So you usually pay cash, right?
Okay. Everybody's on a different level. I mean, I used to borrow money for a car when I was in my 20s, but it didn't. The payment didn't hurt me that much, I guess. But now I just buy for cash. Listen, if I got to worry about making a car payment, I don't deserve that car. That's the way I'm at that level now. How the hell can you own millions of dollars worth of freaking real estate and you're making car payments? It's stupid. I mean, that doesn't make logic sense. Something wrong with that picture, unless it was a free interest loan, which I can never been offered. Well, they will offer me a free interest loan, but then they want me to overpay for the car, so it's the same stupid thing. What else?
All right, shout out Maddie. When are you going to do development deals? Grow
a pair.
What's stopping you?
What's stopping me is I'm too goddamn old. Now, if my sons, who's in their 30s and the 20s, and well, they're both in their 30s now, and then if you guys, listen, Ben's been doing okay. He's learning. He didn't bite off more than he could chew. He built a little strip center. And now he's building another one. And I show them land sometimes that I think it would be good for apartments. If they put the numbers together and they put the plan together and show me the numbers, how much the land costs, how much the construction costs, how much of all the other costs involved? You got to run roads. You got to run this. You got to run fire hydrants. You got all kinds of fees to pay. You need architects, engineers, contractors. You need all this shit. Show me the plan. They put the time into putting the plan together. I'll do it with them, but I don't have time or want to start a new career in development. I never did it.
So it usually all comes down to how much you're paying per square foot. Really?
Listen, it all depends on what all the costs are. if you buy land for so much per unit, say 30,000 a unit, and you're building 100 units, and the cost to build 100 units is X amount of dollars, how much is it worth when you're done? Based on the rent you can get. You got to real estate. It's real easy. You know the answers. All right. All you got to do is see if you can put the right answers together, make sense. There's no secrets in real estate. How much is the land? How much does it cost to build it? How much will it rent for? That determines what it's worth. All right. Is it worth building? Find out what that end number is and see where is it at with the cost of building. He went out on I Drive. All right, we had a really good piece of expensive land. He threw $1.2 million into building up 4 strip center. Then he turned around and was selling it for a lot more. So there you go. But he built it. He found the tenants, and he went through all the motions, and he worked out well. It works in everything. It works in apartments. It works in retail. It works in any type of real estate there is. If you know that you can rent it for so much a month or a year.
All right, shout out Jameson. Shout out Manly. Did the downturn impact your plans to retire?
Yes. Now it's like I gotta, try to fix this whole goddamn portfolio. With interest rates being up, I'm not working for free. If I can't make a good cash return on my investments, then what the hell's the point of owning them? So now I got to rethink about readjusting the whole portfolio. I don't know. And then maybe I will pay the damn government off some big tax money to retire. But now I'm basically setting myself up for 2 years to straighten my shit out. So when he graduates high school and I'm free from this jail, then I'll be set to not have to work anymore. The kids can keep doing whatever the hell they want to do, and I'll back them up. But yeah, the downturn has definitely affected, my ability to walk away or, anything. Now I got to, worry about all these damn loans costing me all this damn more money. I can't just walk away and tell my kids to deal with it.
All right. Shout out Evan. Thank you for the super chat. Hello from Michigan. Ben, I'm 23 in college, and I have been a real estate agent for a year and love it and killing it. I've got the dough and wondering if I should go and buy multifamilies or wait for these rates to come down.
Listen, if you're 23 in college and you're making money in real estate, you're a sharp guy. All right. You do whatever you can make money at. Okay. If you're a real estate agent and you can pick up a bargain, I don't care if it's a goddamn house, a duplex, a fourplex, whatever you want to do. If it's a deal, do it. You're 23 years old. You got a real estate license. If you buy something, you could probably get 3% commission off the damn sales price right off the bat using your license. All right. So if you go FHA, I don't know, that's 3.5% down minus 3% commission. You got to put a half a point down. It ain't shit. All right. But anyway, listen. Do whatever you can that allows you that you can allowed to do. How much money you got? What's the most it can get you? How much money can you borrow? Anything that makes sense within your reach, do it. I don't care what it is. If you know, and you know your shit, because I can tell, if you know you can make money on it, do it at 23. Don't limit yourself. If you can buy multifamily, buy it. But you better make sure you're buying a good deal and you got the money to back it up and a loan. All right.
All right. Shout out Jameson. If anyone
Is this mic on?
Shout out. Shout out
you go.
Jameson. If anyone in Minnesota needs an aggressive realtor, Jameson Melby Remax results.
Go for it.
Tall, big, and phenomenal beard like Ben.
I don't have a big beard. Oh, he's a tall, big, and phenomenal beard. Phenomenal. Is my beard phenomenal? Carl, is my beard phenomenal? Carl loves my beard. Let me tell you, if I ever want to piss my wife off, all I gotta do is shave my goddamn beard off. If she ever pissed me off that bad, all right, did anything that bad, I would shave the beard off just to make her unhappy. But, the beard, she likes it, so I keep it. And I don't have to shave every day. It's a pain in the ass shaving every goddamn day. Now it's got to go on the neck a little or here, a little there, and there you go. All right, what else?
All right, Garrett G, thank you for the super chat. Can you tell us about a time in real estate when you did something that really put you outside of your comfort zone?
Yes.
When? Where? Why?
I went to Texas and I saw a property for $17,000 a unit, which was unheard of. I was paying 50, 60, stuff like that. And I'm looking at the rents. The rents weren't that much lower. I could buy something for $17,000 a unit, and the rent's still like $500 to $700 a month, depending on it's a 1 or 2 bedroom. And I bought 1,000 apartments on one street, and they were master metered. Okay. And I said, what the fuck did I just do? I bought 1,000 apartments. I'm my own goddamn guy. I was competing with myself. When you got 1,000 rooms to keep full, you're basically the market and you're competing with yourself. So it was a little too much, but and it was a different type market. I didn't really know the market, and but luckily we got out of it. And Ben went down there and lived for 3 years and straightened everything out. He sub-meted every single unit there, and we got out with a few bucks. And but I definitely would never do that again. I definitely bit off more than I could chew.
All right. Shout out Kara Floyd. Thank you for the super chat. Shout out South Florida Detailing. Thank you also for the super chat. Do you still own the yacht you bought a couple months back? My business is in the area where you keep your yacht. I want to detail it.
Well, I still have the yacht. It didn't sell at the Fort Lauderdale Boat Show. We've been having showings. I'm not buying another one until I sell that one. It's a beautiful, like brand new 2019 Sunseeker 76. It's in perfect condition. It'll do 32 knots, baby. And it's a great boat. Just a little, we tried to downsize and it didn't work out. All right. My wife needs a bigger kitchen. So anyway, the point is the guy I got, I'm telling you, this guy's the best. I'm sorry. So right now, I got a great detail guy. I actually met him when I was looking at somebody else's boat. He watches the show, and I forgot what's his name again. My brain ain't working, but I'll call you if something happens to him. But right now, Sadi Charlie, I have good loyal guy who take good care of me for cheap price.
All right. Shout out
And
George.
Vincent likes him, and he's got to go behind Vincent's house, which ain't an easy thing to do because Vincent's a very difficult person at times, and he doesn't like certain people coming around his house. He don't know, but he likes this guy.
All right. Shout out George Castillo.
Tyler.
Thank you.
His name Tyler.
Tyler. Thank you for the super chat. I can solve your email issue. Let's connect.
All right. Send us your information to askben@benmal.com, and
Yep.
I'll hear what you got to say.
All right.
Don't waste my goddamn time.
Wilney Gifado, thank you for the super chat. I have 21 unit shopping center, all rented below market rent for many years. One gas station on there with a 2-5 option terms to extend the lease. 2.15 million under contract. Appraisal for 3.1 million. 180,000 net operating income. What would you do?
All right. Number one, I mean, are the rents are below market for what reason? You kept them there. I mean, if the rents on retail, they have increases normally built into them. All right. Like when that guy goes to execute his option, the terms of the lease should show what his rents can be raised to. And then I don't know, is it triple net tenants? Are you gross tenants? You need to go to benmal.com/consult. And we need to have serious talk because the numbers right now are telling me if your NOI, a true NOI, is $180,000 a year, then that means at a 5 cap, which it probably ain't worth, and especially not in this market, but the way to do the simple math is at a 10 cap, it's only worth $1.8 million. At a 5 cap, it's worth 3.6. You with me?
Yep.
All right. So right now, the price of 3.1, which sounds about like a 7 cap, maybe, or I don't know.
No,
it'd
be.
And then,
Yeah.
the point is that if it's appraised for 3.1 million, you should get 3.1 million. All right. So I don't know about being under contract for $1 million less. All right. And then what did you pay for it? And what are you going to do? 1031? Or what are you going to do? Cash out, pay the government? Go to benmal.com and let's consult and talk about it. Because, why you're selling a building that's appraised for $1 million less, I have no clue. All right, so something's fishy there. I don't know if it's the agent. I don't know what's going on, but why are you giving up $1 million? I think it's worth a quick consult with Ben to figure out how you could possibly save $1 million with giving the Pollock a few $100.
All right, shout out Roger. Thank you for the super chat. I'm in Toronto. I know it's a very general question, but what's your feeling on real estate in Toronto or Vancouver in Canada with the way prices are these days?
Listen, I've been in Toronto for a short period of time. It's a nice city, but it's I don't even understand the real estate there. I mean, the prices are ridiculous. I think you guys could borrow money a little cheaper, but it doesn't make sense because the prices are crazy. But I do get calls from people that are making money in Toronto. But it seems like everybody I know in Toronto is making money is they're finding something that had value add to it, something they could, build on, add on to, stuff like that, convert into a different purpose. But, I don't know anything about that real estate market. It's a different country. And, you need to do your homework and just get a good agent and find some deal, but prices are high.
All right, shout out Nick Licata. Hey Ben, I'm from Ontario, Canada, and I have a property with value of about $650,000 that is fully paid off. What would you suggest as the best course of action with that equity sitting there?
I mean, what are you going to do with the money? That's the question. Because if you start touching that money, you're going to pay for it. So what are you going to do if you go out and you do a cash out refi? What are you going to do with the money? You got a plan? You got some way to execute it? Or get a line of credit if they'll give you one, so the money's sitting there in case you do want to borrow against it at one time. But right now, with interest rates being what they are, I don't know what they are in Canada, but here, it doesn't make sense. It's not safe, because the best you're going to do safely is put it in 5% tax-free muni bonds. All right? So if you're borrowing at 6% and you're only getting 5% back from the muni bonds, you're still spending a point on the money you're borrowing. So it all depends on what are you going to do with the money. All right. Right now, I always tell people borrow as much as you can. Yeah, I was saying that when rates were 3% or 4%. All right. You can always stick the money in a tax-free muni bond and do some arbitrage and make money on the spread. But now you can't do that. So you got to have a purpose for the money.
All right. Shout out Spoiled Jams. Thank you for the super chat. Ben, there's a condo in Probate on the water in Southern California. Price is low because the place looks like a hurricane ran through it. Problem, it's as is, no contingencies, so I'm not allowed an inspection. What are your thoughts?
No inspection? You can't even go in and look at it? Well, you must know something if you say it looks like a hurricane hit it. You're going to have to plan for the worst. What's it going to cost if you buy it and spend the money to fix it up? All right? Vincent does it with foreclosures all the time. He can't go in them, but he does a drive-by, and he looks at pictures online maybe, and he estimates what's it going to take to fix this place up. All right? Inside and outside. Well, the outside's easy to do. You can see that from the street. But, it's a condo. You shouldn't have to worry about the outside. The outside's taken care of by the association. You're going to have to just plan for the worst. How much you're paying, how much you got to pay to fix it up, what is it, what are you into it for, and how much is it worth, and does it waste your time to do it, and is there a profit involved? It's simple, basic math. A plus B equals C.
All right, shout out Will Nee. Thank you for the super chat. A signed contract for a fee or take the ride with buy-in?
I mean, it's up to you. If you sign a contract with somebody else and they give you a few bucks and you're happy, I've done it. I haven't sold them, but I bought contracts out of people. I gave a guy $1 million once to turn over his contract. First deal I ever did in Clearwater, Florida. I was happy to do it. He made $1 million for doing nothing. He took his contract, signed over to me. Bada bing, bada boom. I did the deal. I made money. We all made money. Great. The point is, if you got the wherewithal to buy it and make the big money, if there's big money involved, then you should do it. Or take the money and run. You make a little money for doing nothing, or you make a lot of money for doing everything. It's up to you. It's all what you put into it. You get out what you put in.
Mm-hmm. All right. Let's see. Shout out Daniel Gray. Thank you for the super chat. Ben, next time I'm near you, can I take you to Guppy's for lunch or dinner?
I ain't been to Guppy's in years. It's a good restaurant. It's down the road. But, do a consult with Ben, and we'll take it from there.
All right. Shout out
What
Pope
can you do
the
for
Hope.
me? A Guppy meal? Big T, you want to buy me some Guppies? I need to make some money. I'm losing my shirt right now. I don't need Guppies. I need a whale.
All right. Shout out Pope the Hope. Mississippi is the gold rush for real estate.
Mississippi. I saw an ad about retail center, Mississippi. I'm afraid to go there. I don't do well down south. I don't understand the language. Mississippi is the gold rush for real estate. Could be, because I tell you right now, you can still buy real estate cheap there, but the rents aren't that high. So, but maybe the rents will go up. Maybe it's a growing area. I mean, eventually, there's not a lot of places you can find deals. So Mississippi might be it. Can you spell Mississippi?
Missippi.
Can you spell it backwards?
Nope.
Try.
IPP.
You pee-pee? Go to the bathroom. All right.
Funny. All right. Shout out Danny Main. Thank you for the $5. Ben, how are you guys finding deals in this market with interest rates rising? Also, did little Ben sell his Sebring apartment building?
No, he has not sold Sebring yet. I mean, believe it or not,
Still
the
on the
numbers work.
market.
The numbers work. Go in there and lowball them. That's what I would do. I'm telling you, I lowball my own son. You know, what else do you people want? I even sacrificed my own son's investment for you people. All right, listen, it's real simple. What was the question? Interest rates?
just
It's
lost it.
hard. I'm going through shit
I
every
just lost the
day.
question.
I'm lowballing. Lowball. That's how you handle it. The numbers got to work. The brokers could say whatever the hell they want, blah, 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 blah. Comp this, comp that. Bullshit. You show me comps when interest rates were half the price. So you got to lowball shit. It don't hurt. Like I said, today I offered a guy wanted 4-2, I offered him 3-2. I actually think I can let him think on it over Turkey Day, and maybe on Monday he'll take my 3-3. You never know. Then I'm getting like a 7 cap on a really good asset in a good neighborhood. You got to lowball shit. You can't sit around waiting for him to say, okay, I'll take less. You got to make them take less. You got to put that offer in their face and say, here's my offer. What do you want to do? They got to do something. Otherwise, sit around with the ship for sale for the rest of their life. They ain't going to do that. Sooner or later, they got to make a move. Otherwise, they could go sit down somewhere and you're not for sale anymore. Take it off the market.
All right, shout out Mr. Nix. When you borrow money from a bank or financer and buy a property and flip it, if you have enough, do you keep paying the loan at the monthly payment and re-up or 1031 or pay the loan off completely?
Listen, you borrow money. The bank is going to put their hooks in that property. They're going to record their mortgage against that property. When you sell it, you have to pay them back, unless it's a line of credit. If you owe money on a piece of real estate, you got to pay back whoever you owe the goddamn money when you flip it. What do you think? You keep the whole goddamn money? Don't work that way. Pay the bank back, and then you go back and do it again. And even if you're doing a 1031, you're still only playing with your money. The bank's got to get paid back as soon as you sell the place and flip it. So pay the bank and move on to the next puppy. That's what I do.
All right, shout out Roger. Jimmy, I just wanted to say you're the man, brother. Hope you're well.
Too bad he left.
Yep.
Jimmy!
All right, shout out Mike H. Ben, don't be a stranger, schmuck, and bribe the college. Seriously, you are very fired up talking about Aaron's future. I thought we were talking about a wrestling channel. I'm running a effing business here.
Anyway, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm not a schmuck because I know from experience. You go to good schools and you throw them a few extra bucks in a donation and you're in, baby. I don't care because schools need that money. They need people like us. All right? That's how they build new buildings and help all the kids that can't afford school. His school gives free tuition. He goes to one of the hardest high schools in the goddamn state, and they give a lot of their tuition is free to kids that don't have the money, but have the grades and deserve to go to that school to be challenged. So people like me have to give money. So you let our kids in, we give you some money. It helps everybody. That's the way it works. You want to build a new building for the kids? You want to build a new lab? You need a library? It takes money. I like investing in schools because it helps kids for way past the time I'm dead. And all I ask is you let my kid in and give him a little help if he needs it. It's the way it works in real life. I don't care.
Maybe we should create our own school.
Oh, shit. All right. What else? We're going
All
to look at a nursing school in South Florida with a good cap rate.
All right, let's do it. Shout out Anita. Thank you for the super chat. I had one rental that I rented Section 8 and the lady destroyed my house of over 10,000 in damages. How do you insure Section 8 borrower from costing you more?
All right, listen, you got to screen your tenants, even if they're on Section 8 or BASH program or whatever program, you got to screen the people who are living in your property. And then if you're smart, you're going to check on them too. I mean, we used to do, every at least twice a year, we try to get in somebody's house and make sure everything was okay and take care of the place. It's the management. So I don't know how long she lived there. Was it her damage? Did she purposely, intentionally do it? Or was it wear and tear? You go after her if it's legitimate. Just because she's on Section 8, she still might pay you back $100 a month for the next 10 years. I don't know. If it's true, then take pictures, file a sewer for it. Tell her, all right, give me $50 a month or whatever till it's paid off. If you can prove that she did it, you have recourse. You're not going to get the whole 10 grand, but you might get payments over years. Better than nothing.
All right, shout out Darissa.
She might do it because she want to protect her credit too.
Shout out Darissa Davis. Thank you for the $2. Are there any good websites to find fourplexes? I can answer this. Ready? You can go to LoopNet. You can go to any, right? Am I wrong or right?
All right, fourplex is still considered residential real estate.
Oh,
So
Zillow.
if somebody has a fourplex
No,
for
it's
sale,
home.
they will go and put it on the multiple listing service where you find the
MLS.
homes, but they have their own category. You know, you can go on. You need an agent to go in the MLS and put in. You're looking for income property, or check off duplex, triplex, fourplex, and do a search.
Well, yeah, we're
And
just,
then a list will come up of
Yeah.
everybody that's got a fourplex in that area on the market. You can also go to LoopNet, and
basically,
you can also check other sites.
you can also, go to a realtor and just say, show me all the fourplexes in the area.
But they're going to go in the MLS to
Yeah, they're
find
going
it.
to, but
That's
the first
where the
step
best
is to
website is.
contact the realtor.
Get a realtor that has access to the MLS
That's the first
and
step.
get a list.
Contact the
Very
realtor.
good.
All right.
All right.
Shout out Mike H. Wooden shoes, really? He's talking about what was it?
I don't know what
Amsterdam
they
or
wear in
Ireland?
Amsterdam. Do
I
I
don't
know
know.
what kind of shoes they wear in Amsterdam?
All right.
That's why I thought wooden shoes came from there, because they say, one guy was named Amsterdam, and you go, damn, my feet hurt from walking these wooden shoes.
All right. Shout out Mike H again. But the cheese said you were not kosher.
That's right. I'm not kosher. All right. What else?
All right. Shout out Rafi. Thoughts on buying a marina with 200 slips, but needs lots of work? Did you end up buying the marina you made a video about last year?
No, I didn't buy the marina because the guy wanted too much money. But marinas can be gold. All right.
Fort Lauderdale is like
Number one,
huge in marinas.
is there a demand for boats there to park in the slips? That's all that matters. Number two, how much is it going to cost you to go in there and have nice docks? And maybe, I don't know if you need a pump out station. You got to have good power at the slips. All right. That's what you need to have. So what's it going to cost you to fix up this marina, and make it to where people want to have their boat kept there? I've been to some arenas that had nice clubhouses, swimming pools, some had a bar, fancy ones in Miami. I mean, restaurants, whatever. I mean, it's all in the demand. You got to supply whatever the demand is. If the demand's there, supply it. But you got to figure out how much it's going to cost to make this place decent and nice so I can get the top dollar rent for renting out per foot in the slips.
All right. Shout out Zane Sachi. Thank you for the super chat. What are the most important things for buying a medical building that you're going to lease out and use part of it as a doctor's office? What?
Listen, if it's a medical building, there should be nothing but medical people in there as tenants. How strong are the tenants? You got to be careful. Even doctors, you got to look at their credit. You got to see how much money they got in the bank. You got to try to get a feel for what kind of practice they're doing, how good of a practice. I mean, medical normally likes to stay together. They feed off each other. So, it's basically making sure any type of real estate is all about how strong the tenant is. If a doctor's got a practice there and, he's doing well, then I'm sure he's not going nowhere. All right. And you're going to lease out and use part of it as a doctor. Sounds like you're going to use part of it. I mean, if you're using part of it, sounds like, and you're renting part of it out, maybe you'll be operating out of there rent free. A lot of doctors do that. They buy a business or a building that's big enough to where they can have their practice and another practice rented out to another practice. So then they're operating their practice for free. I know a doctor that does it. I own the building.
All right. Shout out Mike S.
He's smart. He's a tenant, and he rents out half his space. So basically, the other doctor's paying his rent to me. The guy's brilliant.
All right. Shout out Alexander. I'm buying multifamily in Stockton, California.
Carlestown.
Should
She was the queen of Stockton, baby.
Should I still keep buying or wait for the market to come down so you think it will crash?
Well, the market's going to come down. But basically, if the cash flow is a cash flow, all right, you better be careful. Downtown Stockton, I don't know. I haven't been there 20 years. But I own shit all over Stockton, North Stockton, South Stockton, this Stockton, West Stockton, all over the goddamn place. And I made money because I was buying them cheap and the numbers made sense. It's all about the numbers. How much is your rent going to be? And after you pay your bills, how much are you left with after you pay the bank and the taxes and the insurance and the maintenance and all that shit? It's all numbers, all right? And if you're happy with the number now, if the market goes down, so well, you still got the same cash flow coming in. What's it matter? If your rate's fixed at the bank, there's nothing. It's not going to change. Money in, money out. If the market goes down, the market went down. So you're still getting the cash flow. What do you care?
All right, shout out Screwy Louie. Thank you for the super chat. Ben, why do people still vote Democrat?
Because, Democrats are not really the people out there trying to create businesses and making money. And, it's like, it's half of this country. Half of this country is people that, want to make money, want to grow, want, all this stuff. And half the people want, to not, I guess, I don't know, but it's life. What are you going to do? We need to find the middle. And there's a lot of good Democrat programs. Don't get me wrong. Section 8, Social Security. These are all programs that were created by Democrats. We should help the people that can't help themselves, but we don't need to help the people that can help themselves. We're hurting them by helping them. So basically, but the Democrats care, they're big on social programs, which we need. Okay, to deal with society and the social issues. But we need to take the good of all the Democrats and the good of all the Republicans and kind of blend them together and have like one goddamn really sensible, logical, smart body of government. Okay, that's what I'd like to see. Somebody can balance, somebody that knows that it's like a portfolio. You want to stabilize it. You don't want it to rock. So, unfortunately, I have yet to see anybody to do that. And I'm too goddamn busy in real estate.
Yeah. All right. Shout out Johnny.
Donald Trump could have done well, but you don't kiss it little ass. You got to get along with everybody in the sandbox. You can't just, you can't. Let me tell you, the old saying is true. You get a lot more friends with honey than you do with what?
All right. Shout out Johnny. Thank you for the super chat. Hello, Ben. Hopefully we meet someday. I'd love to throw a deal your way. We are a small company, but we have big deals happen, both commercial and residential, and land in Texas and Florida. Thanks for the lessons you give.
Send it to benmallow.com. Ask Ben at benmallow.com. Send it to me, and we can do deals. You just tell me the deal, and then online we can do it if you don't want to come down to Florida. But if you're making money on me, and I do want to do a deal, you bring your ass down here to do the deal. A lot of these agents don't want, send you a DocuSign and call me when it closes. But anyway, if you got a deal, send it in. I'll look at anything. And if I like it, I'll let you know. Why wouldn't I?
All right. Shout out CRV. Thank you for the super chat. I have great credit, no debt, and $70K in stock portfolio, but can't prove employment to get approved for FHA. I'm 23 and want to get into real estate.
You got to prove your employment. You got to prove that you got money coming in. So then otherwise, who's going to loan you money if you don't prove you got money coming in? All right. Yeah, it's nice. You got $70K in a stock portfolio. You got good credit. Now you got to show them the money. Show them that you can afford to make the payment. And if you're not showing your money, then they assume you're blowing your money if you even got any. So, it pays to show your money. Do your taxes, file your tax return if you're self-employed, pay the damn Social Security tax, whatever, it ain't much. Write off all your expenses so you don't have to pay much taxes. The bank's going to back in a lot of that shit, but you got to prove yourself. Who wants to loan somebody money they can't prove how they can afford to pay their rent? Makes no sense. I wouldn't. So figure out how you're going to prove your employment. Bank statements, or a W-2 if you can get your hands on one, tax returns. These are things you need to borrow money. Makes logic sense.
All right. Shout out Alexander. Ben, I'm 25 with 1.2 million liquid. I'm in Stockton, California.
Get with the Stockton.
Buying multifamily. Should I keep buying now or wait till they come down? Do you think the market will crash?
I mean, the market's going to come down. All right. The only way it's going to crash is if a lot of people had ARM loans and the loans are coming due now and they can't refinance and all that. But the point is this. Do whatever you can make money at. If you can find a property and it's cash flowing, or you can add value to it to get higher rents, then do it. I don't care if you got to go to a Lodi, but whatever makes sense. If the numbers work, the numbers work. Don't matter if the market's going up and down. Can you buy something now and it goes down in value? Who cares? Your cash flow is your cash flow. If you're buying it for cash flow, it doesn't matter if the market goes up and down. You're making the same money every month no matter what. As long as you fix your rate, which I didn't do, and now I'm screwed.
All right, shout out Augie. Ben, I was at a construction meeting about 7 years ago in New Jersey, a Crown Plaza that was a mess, close to Trump's golf resort. Was that you at the meeting?
No, I never been to a meeting in New Jersey except once in an alleyway. No, it wasn't me, but, good luck to you. I mean, Crown Plaza is a nice brand, But if you can find one and fix them up, it's nice. But 7 years ago, I'm sure it's fixed up by now, or maybe not. COVID might have killed it. Look up the Crown Plaza in New Jersey.
Got it.
No, it wasn't me. It wasn't me. It
All right.
wasn't me.
All right. Thank you, B, for the super chat. I own 5 rentals in Pinellas. CF is 3.5 grand a month. Equity is 300K. My liquid is 500.
Cash flow. CF, cash flow. All right.
My liquid is 500K. Sell or keep the cash flow and hold the turds.
Anyway, the point is you got 5 rentals and your cash flow is $3,500 a month. All right. That's 40 grand a year. Would you rather have 40 grand a year that you can depreciate, not pay a lot of tax on, or you want to cash in and it says his equity is 300, but his liquid is 500K, meaning that he's including his down payment probably. So, or can you take that 500K? All right. Because right now that 500K is getting you 8% return on your money. You get 40 grand a year on that 500K. 8% is pretty damn good. So what are you going to do if you sell it? You're going to have to either, number one, you have to sell all 5 at the same time if it's in separate places. If it's all one space, then it's different. But either way, if you sell it and you made yourself, it looks like 300 grand, you're going to have to give the government 60 grand in tax, and you'll be left with only 240. You got to figure out what's best for you. What's that 240 going to do for you? Or what's the 300 grand going to do for you if it's in a 1031? Well, 500 grand is you got to reinvest your down payment too. So it all depends. You want $500,000 in your pocket right now, subject to $60,000 worth of tax, or you want to make 40 grand a year. It's your choice.
All right. Shout out Mike H. Thank you for the super chat. Did you say a 5 cap? Really?
What? Did you say a 5 cap? Really? What? Real 5 cap on what? Starbucks? Yeah, you go out and buy Starbucks right now for 5 cap.
No, but a 5 cap.
You can buy all
right
kinds
now,
of top line shit for 5
you're
caps.
borrowing at.
Did you say 5 cap? Cap is in return on your investment.
No, but you're already borrowing at a 5 cap probably.
I'm borrowing at 5.5, I think, or 6 now.
Which is stupid. Don't ever buy that deal.
Well, you could look at it. It depends. If you're in a 1031 and you're going to save a bunch of tax,
you're in a 1031.
it may pay. All right,
But
you're still getting 5 cap. You're still getting 5% on your down payment.
Okay.
Okay, and you got no spread between you and the bank. But it all depends on your situation.
Okay.
If you're in 1031, and if I saw some fantastic deal and my clock's ticking, and if I don't use the 1031, I got to give the government millions of dollars. Yes, I'll buy a 5 cap.
But you're borrowing at 5.5%.
So what? I'm making money on my down payment, and hopefully down the road there's some increases, and blah 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 blah. blah. What else?
Okay.
Anything else? We done? You got more super chats?
Yeah, we got about 10 more.
Knock them out. Knock them out.
Okay. Thank you, Mike H, for the super chat. Thank you, Howard, for the super sticker. Shout out Jake. Thank you for the super chat. A 21-year-old making $35K a year, $10K in the bank, and on vacant land worth $35K that I bought for $7K in 2013. What's my next move?
Why'd you buy the land? Can you build on the land? Can you go get a loan to build on it? I don't know. You're not going to qualify for a lot. You make $35,000 a year. You might be able to borrow about 120, 30, 40 grand. Go get pre-qualified. If you can sell the land, if the land ain't doing shit for you, if it's worth 35 grand, you only paid 7, I'd take that goddamn money if you don't plan on buying, building on it. All right. You only got 10K in the bank. You sell the goddamn land, you get the whole 35, you get, 35 grand. Now you'll have 45,000 in the bank. You'll have some tax ramifications on the sale, but it ain't going to be much. You're going to have to pay tax on roughly about after closing costs and all that shit. You probably have to pay about 5 grand in tax, and you still have 30,000, and then you'll have the 10 you got in the bank. Now you'll have 40,000 bucks. That's a lot better than having 10. That's 4 times as much. Unless you plan on building on land, that's a different story. Then you need to try to get a loan to build a house or buy a modular or something like that, blah, blah, blah. But I don't know. Sounds like to me, I'd take that. I'd rather have 40 grand in the bank tax-free than 10.
All right.
And some land that ain't bringing me no goddamn income.
Shout out Jake. Thank you for the super chat. What is the biggest commission you've ever paid to a broker/brokers?
In a single deal, I paid $1 million
Yes.
on the 90 million we sold, and that was cheap. Okay, because typically, that's like barely over a point. Okay, so typically a deal like that, the guy could make bigger money. So I got off cheap, But I looked at it as each property paid that point, So we're happy. Anyway, the point is, I paid out big fat commissions, a lot of them in the six-figure zone. I paid out 300, 400, depends on the deal. Whether the guy gets a point, whether he gets 2 points. I may have had to pay 3 points if there's 2 brokers involved. Who the hell knows? But I paid out some big commissions, baby, and I was happy to do it. Why? Because normally it was the same broker that found me the goddamn deal and sold it. So if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't have the goddamn deal. So everybody's got to live. Everybody's got to make money. I know guys I met 20 years ago. They were like kids out of fucking college, and they were selling me deals left and right. And now they're all multimillionaires, and I'm happy for them.
Great. All right. Shout out Riley. Do you have anyone looking at your business's data? If not, I can help you visualize and understand your data.
Understand my data. Listen, the only data I care about is the bottom line. All right. I got little Ben. He's running the books. I got this new kid from New York I'm talking to that I like. He's helping me. The data is important, but I understand the data. We got so much money coming in. We got so much money going out. That's what it all boils down to. And I look at all the shit that makes that happen. What the bills are, what the income is, what the taxes are, blah, 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 blah. Thank you. So go find your own data to look at. I'll look at my own data.
All right. Shout out Paige of Wall Street. Hello, Ben. I'm a door-to-door salesman. I made $100K my second year being 19. Do you think I should go to college for safety like my parents say?
If you're making $100K a year,
what is college going to do that's going to really...
If the guy's making $100,000 a year, the question is, if he sticks with it, can he make $200,000 a year? That's the question. Or are you stuck at the 100? Can you grow? I was in property management. I got into shitty real estate when I started out at your age. Not at your age. I was in the Army.
Door salesman.
But fine, if you're making money and you keep doing it, but can you make more money? Where can you make the most money? Can you do your sales job and also go to school at night? Can you take online courses? Maybe if you got the balls and the guts to make $100,000 a year at 19 as a door-to-door salesman, you should seriously think about getting your real estate license, because you don't need a college degree for that. You can just take a course and a test, and you're old enough to do it at 19. You might want to take a crack at it while you're out there selling whatever you're selling, knocking on doors. Hey, by the way, I thought vacuums for sale, but you want to sell your house? You never know. Your door-to-door sales could make you blow up. While you're there, you could be offering people your services to sell or buy a house. Who knows?
Yep.
Do whatever's going to make you the most money. If you set on a career that you have a passion for it, go to college.
All right. Shout out Lucas. Hey, Ben, I'm 21 and my mother passed away about a year ago. Long story short, I got $250K in settlement money. What would you do?
Well, what are you doing is the question. Are you working? Are you in school? $250K. Number one, where's the money sitting right now? It should be sitting in something safe, getting you a decent return, like tax-free municipal bonds. Any stockbroker can buy them for you. Any, body that handles stocks and bonds could buy that for you, and then the money's sitting there getting 5% tax-free, $250,000. It's going to get you only about $1,000 a month, but hey, that's better than nothing. Make sure the money's safely sitting somewhere, getting you a good return. Money markets are paying up to 4% now, I think. But you got to ask the bank. They ain't just going to give it to you. You got to tell the bank, hey, by the way, this savings account that ain't paying me shit, can you put it somewhere that's making me some money? One phone call you got to make, but they're not going to do it without you telling them. That's the sad part about it, but why would they? They're making more money off of you. They're paying you nothing for your money, and they're loaning the shit out of 6 and 7% right now. Banks are making a fortune right now, I'll tell you that. All right, so basically, figure out what you want to do with it. Yeah, $250,000 could get you $1 million deal if you get a loan for the other 3/4 of it. But right now, put the money away safe. If you're in real estate, look for some deals that make sense. And try to borrow money from the bank. See if you qualify for a loan. Try to keep as much money in your pocket as possible.
All right, shout out Francesco Ceresi.
Can't hear you. I got earphones on.
Chat.
So, I'm sorry for your loss. That's what my wife said, and I agree.
All right, shout out Francesco Ceresi. Thank you for the super
but she
chat.
ain't gonna be sorry for my loss.
Any way to
She's just waiting to get her hands on all that money. Then it's party time. The tequila will be flowing 24/7, baby. She'll be pouring tequila while she's sleeping. I'm just kidding. She only do it 20 hours a day. All right, what else?
All right. Any way to put less than 25% down on a commercial deal?
I mean, if you got good credit and you got assets, it's all about risk.
I talked to
You
the
know,
bank.
I only got to put 20% down on most assets, 25 on a hotel. But typical deals, I only got to put 20% down. Why? Because I'm no risk. So the bank knows if I don't pay, they'll come after me. But typically, 25% is pretty much common in commercial real estate. But the more you give the bank and the less risk you are, the more they'll loan you. I've had banks say, you know what? We'll give you 100% financing. Why? They'll give me 80% financing on the goddamn property. Then they'll give me a 20% loan, personal line of credit. Why? Because they know I got the money and I can pay them anytime I want. I'm no risk.
All right. Shout out Steven. What area of Fort Lauderdale is the house with the boat? We were looking near Las Olas and it was expensive. Can you do Airbnb on that property?
No, I don't know about the Airbnb. Vincent lives there, you know? So, I mean, you know, there are houses. I'm starting to see somebody keeps sending me wholesale deals in Fort Lauderdale area. It's not Las Olas. I mean, Las Olas is probably one of the most expensive areas you can live in. That's where my ex-partner Mark lives. You know, I mean, you know, you're not going to find no hot deals in Las Olas yet because people have got money. They're going to spend that money to live there. But there are other areas of Fort Lauderdale. I'm starting to see little houses go on the market, you know, for like even in the low 200s. You know, and if you can rent the thing out for, you know, $2,500, $3,000 a month, a little 3-bedroom, 1-bath, 2-bath houses, you know, you bargain it down. I don't know, but the deals are coming, but not in Las Olas. Unless you're a high-end shit. Now, if you're looking to buy a big fancy house for $10 million, yes, you're gonna be able to get that house for $8 million right now. But I don't think you're talking about that. And if you want boat behind the house, then it's really gonna be big money.
All right. Takela, thank you for the super chat. Hi, Ben. I closed on my first property last year at 18.
All right.
2 doors. I'm currently renting for $6,200. The expenses is $3,000. I have $250K in equity, but don't know what my next step should be. Any
Well,
suggestions?
you're doing really good on that cash flow. Okay, you're making $3,200 a month. It says.
Yep.
I'm currently renting for $6,200. Expenses of $3,000. That's great. You know, you're making almost $40,000 a year. All right, you got $250 in equity. You're getting a great return on that $250,000 equity. But you know, if you have opportunity to grow, you can lower your cash flow and not make the $3,200 a month. Maybe only make $2,000 a month and get your hands on some cash, maybe, and you know, refinance or get a loan against it. But you better make sure, get a second on it if you can. But you better make sure whatever money you borrow, you know, that money is going to be put to good use to make your money. Okay, because you're going to be paying big interest right now. So find a deal and then talk to a bank. Maybe you can find a bank, give you a line of credit on it. You know, can't do a HELOC if you're renting it out. But, you know, go to the bank and say, hey, I got $250,000 worth of equity in this house. Can I get a line of credit against it or something? It ain't going to hurt. But you better make sure before you borrow that money, you got somewhere to put it.
All right. Shout out Sean McCoy. Thank you for the super chat. What are your thoughts on direct mail campaigns to off-market multifamily owners and success tips for investing out of state?
I mean, direct mail, typically nothing comes in the mail. If you talk about real mail, I mean, everything's on emails now. Anybody that's looking for real estate, multifamilies or people or whatever, I don't know. I don't know about direct mailing. Direct mailing might still work for finding tenants and renting, but it ain't going to work for selling real estate, I think. You have to, you know, you have to do that email blast and all that and try to find your audience, you know. And investing out of state, you better be careful and make sure you can handle any management that may come with it. I buy out of state, but I buy stuff that has no management, triple net, you know. But if you start buying shit that has management, then you got to travel out of state and go there and deal with the issues, or have somebody there to watch it for you. You know, it's all depends. It's all what's the reward? What's the reward going to be? How much am I going to make?
All right. Shout out Shake. Thank you for the super chat. I bought a Comfort Inn here in Dallas, doing about $1.6 million a year. I'm only cash flowing $100K right now. A Holiday Inn and True near me are doing 2.4 for the past 4 years. Are their brands really that much more powerful?
All right. So, you know, Holiday Inn is IHG, and I own one. And Comfort Inn is Choice, I think.
I think so.
All right, listen, they're different brands. I mean, Holiday Inn is a higher brand than Comfort Inn, I believe. But listen, a hotel is a business, all right? And you got to capture as much business as you can. And you can't just sit around and say it is what it is.
Gotta market.
You got to do marketing. You got to figure out what's it going to take to get you more goddamn cash flow. All right. Are there any expenses you can cut? I don't know. But, having a nice place and trying to market it, to whatever, the demand is in that area, you got to do it. Hotels are a business. It's all about the customers. You need more customers. What can you do to expose your hotel to more customers? Is it the websites? Is it travel sites? Is it, zeroing in on some drive that's traveling nurses in the area, hospitals? I don't know, but every hotel's different, but good luck. Comfort is a good brand, but, Holiday Inn, it's a different franchise, and Holiday Inn may be sending them a lot more business because IHG doesn't have a lot of different brands, and I think Holiday Inn is one of the most popular. It's like, what do you call it? Do really well too. Those, forgot the name of them.
All right. Shout out Harshal. Thank you for the super chat. When you say that we can get an 8% return right now, do you mean stock market return, or are there any municipal bonds that give 8%?
You're not going to get 8% out of a municipal bond. Okay. The only possible way that you could get 8% out of a municipal bond right now, which you can do when you think about it, is if you have to go out and buy bonds that are discounted. Okay. Like, let's say, for instance, some guy, he bought a bond at 3%. Okay. Maybe a year or two ago. I might even have some of my portfolio. Well, guess what? That bond's going to keep paying 3%, but it ain't worth the 100 par he paid back then. Now, because interest rates and bonds are at 5%, that bond's only worth about $70. So now, if you say, okay, I'm getting $70, I'm only paying $70, and I'm getting a 3% return, okay, that is, no, he's getting 3% on 100, so I got to do the math. But basically, yes, you can look and buy stuff at a discount right now. But typically, a new real bond is 5% tax-free. 8%, I don't know. There's things out there that will pay 8%. All right, I bought into Annaly Capital, NLY, but I got burnt, baby. What happened was I bought it. It was like 8%. Now it's like 15%. Why? Because the stock got cut in half. Okay, it's all relevant. All right, you go out right now and buy into a REIT, but you're taking your risks on stuff like that. But I think they're at their bottom now, and guys like me took the hit, and now guys like you could benefit off of stuff like NLY or other types of instruments like that, Western Assets or some shit. They were good stocks. They always pay good dividends, but the stock market went down. Interest rates went up. These guys are in business to selling mortgages. Their business went down. They're not making mortgages right now. So the stock went down, and now I'm at half. But they're still paying that high dividend because the REITs have to pay out, I think, 90% of their profit to the stockholders. So you kind of can get pretty safe with REITs, a lot of those REITs. But do your homework, talk to a broker. And but tax-free muni bonds are 5% tax-free right now. You just got to find a good broker to find them. I just bought a bunch of them. What are you doing, lady? Interrupting our podcast with your music. What else? Anything else?
Shout out Page of Wall Street. What do you think about wholesaling?
Wholesaling is wholesaling. If you can find deals and tie them up and then flip them to somebody else for a few bucks or a fee, then do it. If it works, it works. I don't do it. I have wholesalers approach me all the time, but I got to move that day, and I ain't moving that fast. I'm too fat, too old. And, but wholesaling can be profitable for the guy that's flipping it, finding it, flipping it, and the guy that's buying it. Or everybody can make money, but you got to have the opportunities. You got to know the leads. You got to get out there and find them.
Thank you, Jay Christoph, for the super sticker. Saber J, thank you for the super chat. Got a mortgage loan originator license. What's next? Do I work for a bank?
Go out there and see who's going to give you the best opportunity. All right. You want to go corporate? Go to the big banks. Get a resume together. Send them to the right banks, the right person in the bank. Go to a private firm. Go to a mortgage broker. Go to somebody that's making loans. Don't waste your time when anybody's struggling. All right. Go to Wells Fargo. Go to B of A. Go wherever you know. If you want a career and learn the corporate route, go to Wall Street. Wall Street's got, I know kids that graduate college, they make $250,000 a year in their first year with a finance degree, doing loan origination and working loans. A lot of money in loans, a lot of fees in loans, a lot of cost in doing loans.
All right, shout out Jake. Do you RICO using depreciation to show negative profit? Will this affect ability to get future loans?
RICO, what the hell is that? The RICO Act?
I don't know.
Do you reconcile? I don't know, RICO. Anyway, I use depreciation accordingly. Okay. If the property made X amount of dollars, my accountant depreciates it, and then I pay tax on whatever's left. The bank will back in the depreciation. They know it's just a tax advantage. So they look at your cash flow, they'll back in your depreciation, and then determining what your real cash flow is and qualify you on that. So depreciation it helps you from paying taxes. That's why we get in real estate.
All right. Shout out Kevin. I just closed a 5-unit multifamily for $276,000 and will spend $130,000 renovating. It will rent for $6,900. I'm 22 with 16 units. How do I get to your level, and what % do you keep in cash?
Listen, you're going to get to my level by keep doing deals. When you bought a 5-unit family, it's going to rent altogether for $6,900 a month. You're into that thing for $276 plus, let's see, $270, $370, $406,000. You got 5 units of $406,000, about $90,000 a unit. And you're going to get $6,900 a month. That sounds like a cash flow. You know, I mean, depending on your taxes, your insurance, and all that shit, your mortgage and all that, what's your cash flow? If it's cash, sounds like it's your cash flow, okay. But keep doing it. Keep finding deals at cash flow. Find the deals you can raise the rent and build up your equity. And then eventually, when rates come down, refinance it, pull some money out, go buy another deal. I mean, you know, you keep in cash whatever you feel you need. Everybody's got a different life. You know, how much do you need to keep buying? You know, if you're buying deals for almost $400,000, you know, you're going to need to keep the down payment, which is roughly about $100,000, you know, to execute anytime you find a deal. You always got to keep 20% down if you want to keep rolling. 25 to be safe. Maybe 30 if you're going to do fix up. Maybe 40. Whatever deal you want to do, you got to have that money to put down and fix it up. So that's the kind of cash you got to hold on to.
All right, shout out
You're ready
Kevin.
to make some moves, baby.
Would love to connect. Also, I'm in, what state is that?
Northwest
Indiana. Sorry, where we have very favorable tenant laws and high cash flow. I self-manage and oversee the rehabs.
Very good. Very good. Keep doing it. You know, it's all about being in the right place at the right time where there's opportunity. It's all about opportunity. If you can buy real estate and fix it up and raise the rents, you're going to make money. It's simple business.
All right, shout out Ryan. Ben, I'm looking at a vacant self-serve storage facility. Been empty for years, but a good solid building with 22 units with 2.5 acres. It looks profitable, but would it make more sense to fix and flip?
Well, no matter what you do, it's a business, okay? You're going to have to fix it up, rent it out, and and then the property will have a value. Now you got 2.5 acres. Maybe you'll fix that sucker up and make money. I mean, 22 units, I don't know how much each space is going to make. You know, what are they going to make? $100 a month, $200 a month? I don't know, but whatever it is, you need to fix the place up. You need to get it rented. And then maybe you can take that 2.5 acres and add some more to it. Then you can grow. Instead of 22 units, you'll have 40-something units or 50 units or 100 units. Maximize the land. Or can you cut off some of that land and sell it to somebody else? I don't know, but I'm going to tell you right now, if the place has been empty, you better get in there and make it decent. So somebody's going to want to pay you to rent it, because until it's rented, it ain't worth shit.
All right. Shout out Will. What do you think of the World Cup? What does the Polak think of Lewandowski missing that penalty kick?
I don't know shit about soccer.
Rafal
Not really,
for the
no.
World Cup, though.
I don't understand. Why is Qatar putting all these commercials on TV saying, we got no soccer, but still come here? What's that all about? What happened to Qatar and the soccer thing?
All I know is
They
that
canceled it?
all I know is that Saudi Arabia beat Argentina, which was like unheard of. Something like
It
that.
was fixed. You can always pay off your Argentinians, and the Saudis got a
Anyways,
lot of money.
We've been on here for 2.5 hours.
No,
Yep. And
no.
you know,
Holy shit, we gotta go.
do you have any like, I don't know, motivation for everybody out there? You know, it's Tuesday to get through the week, get through the month,
It's a holiday
get
week.
through the year.
Listen, the only thing you can do right now is stack as much cash as you can and get ready for the bargains that should be coming next year. That's what you do. Line yourself up with as much money as you get your hands on. Talk to your banker, talk to a lender, find out how much you can borrow if you found a good deal, and then start lowballing the shit out of everything. Because the interest rates are up, then the price got to come down. That's all I can tell you. That's what I'm doing. I can only tell you what I'm doing. Line yourself up for success by getting yourself with the money, getting a loan, and lowballing deals. Sooner or later, something's going to pop. And speaking of popping, I'm popping out of here because I ain't had no goddamn dinner yet.
Yep. Don't be scared to do it, guys.
All right.
Make sure
Adios,
you-
amigos. We done?
Yep. Make sure you like the video, please. You know, we really appreciate it. Comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell.
Check us out on Instagram at The Real Ben Mala,
Yep.
Twitter,
at Real Ben
Facebook,
Mala.
everything.
Yep. You can
Expect
follow.
the video tomorrow.
And we
Oh, yeah,
need
new
more
video coming tomorrow.
subscribers. We want 1 million subscribers.
That I know. Road to 1 million.
All right.
You can
Help
follow.
me get there. Tell somebody about us.
You can follow my Instagram at Aaron_Malalife. You got
Oh, you know I don't
Rafal
like that.
at Scoop of 3D. So if you want to contact him, you can DM him too, or go to askben@benmala.com, send an email, and I think that's it. Right?
That's
Rafal?
it, baby.